Absolutely. Going live.
Probably.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Hondo, Texas, Berry Field. It is time for Warhorse Football, the Devine Warhorses versus the Hondo Owls. It is district game number 2, Schmitty. Well, I guess I should introduce ourselves. I'm Jim Sessions, as always, with broadcast partner Gary Schmidt. And we are set up and ready to go here on what is going to be an absolute beautiful night for football.
We've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks, but this is definitely a little cold front blowing through.
Yeah, there's no better time in South Texas for that first cold front, is there?
Friday night football. And I don't know if I'd call it cold, but it's definitely cooled it down quite a bit.
Absolutely.
Winds blowing out of the north, which is a little bit different for us. So, you know, definitely can see the pushing through of this little front. And I tell you what, that Warhorse lines need to push through tonight like this front did.
Absolutely. It is time for the Devine Warhorse Football pregame show brought to you by Brown Chevrolet. We appreciate the good folks at Brown Chevrolet, all they do for us. They chose to be the lead sponsor for all broadcasts this year in the pregame show. We appreciate that. If they don't have it on the lot, they guarantee they can find what you're looking for. Well, I don't know if they guarantee. I had the guarantee, but they said they can find what you're looking for.
I tell you what, had a little talk with Rich down there and said, hey, I didn't get a call about that 2500 diesel I'm looking for. He said he'd let me know what he could do.
Absolutely. As you can see by Lorenzo's camera work here, we are on the visitor side tonight. Little change up. Our setup is getting bigger and bigger, and there just wasn't much room on the home side. We appreciate Coach Carey and his staff. They tried to accommodate us. We just decided to make the switch over here to the visitor side so we could be ready to broadcast this one. So,
and Jimbo, we're right out here in it.
We are
Right out here in it with the fans. You're going to hear the fans tonight. They're going to be loud and excited.
Absolutely. And, you know, Berry Field, there's no track here, so you're right on the field anyways. And we're here at the top of the bleachers, so, it's going to
be an exciting game.
Different type of atmosphere for sure than what we were at last week when we were enclosed in the press box there. So.
Absolutely.
Well, speaking of last week, Smitty, let's talk about that. Warhorses traveled to Carrizo Springs and ended up losing that one 33-26 in what was really a really well-played game.
It was a fantastic football game, Jimbo. You know, we talked early on about it might come down to the team with the ball last, and unfortunately we just didn't get it with enough time at last. But, you know, the guys did some good things, and in these coaches' interviews we're going to get here in a little bit, they're going to talk a little bit about, you know, some of the things that we just can't let happen, you know, a fumble at a critical time or the penalties that stop a drive. You know, those things. We've been talking about it all year long in keys to the game. And things like that just can't happen in a game of that magnitude.
Yeah, I mean, in all intents and purposes, you can't go win district in that game, but it can sure affect the place that you're in if you don't win it. And those games, when it's games like that, every play matters.
It does.
And that's something I'm sure the Warhorse coaching staff has talked to the guys about this week.
Absolutely. And, you know, they're not going to talk about this on film. I talked someday, and you and I have talked about this. 3 or 4 years ago, we had a very similar situation. You know, we need this game tonight in a bad way.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's a rivalry game, and you always want to win the rivalry game. But we get this W. Hondo goes down there and beats Carrizo. Next thing you know, you got a 3-way tie. We found ourselves in that not exact. It was Crystal City, not Carrizo.
Right.
But we came out on the top end of that.
Absolutely.
With a good playoff route. Now, will that happen? We don't know. You got to take them one game at a time, and that is us taking care of our business tonight.
Absolutely, and like you said, we've got to take care of business here. We're going to come back. We're going to take some commercial breaks. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about this one, get down on the field for our coaches' interviews, and then get ready to have this. We appreciate you guys tuning in and watching us on YouTube tonight. Should be a great one here from Hondo. We'll be back in a minute. This is Warhorse Football. Brown Chevrolet proudly supports Warhorse and Arabian Athletics as this year's lead sponsor for DHS Broadcasting. Located just off I-35 in Devine, Brown Chevrolet is your stop for all things Chevrolet in South Texas. Can't find the vehicle you're looking for on the lot? Call the sales experts at Brown and let them find it for you. Serving the South Texas area for over 50 years, Brown Chevrolet knows how to provide our guests with an excellent car buying experience. Give us a call, 830-665-4435, or visit online at brownchevrolet.com.
State Farm agent Mark Kidd is here to help life go right. Mark and his trusty staff can help you and your family with all of your insurance needs. From auto, home, health, and life insurance to banking products and financial planning, Mark and his staff are there to help. Stop by the office at 700 West Hondo in Devine or call 830-665-2807. Visit on the web at www.markkidd.com. Mark Kidd and State Farm, here to help life go right. Security State Bank is a proud sponsor of this year's Warhorse Football broadcast. Security State Bank has served 7 locations around South Texas since 1925. Located in Pearsall, Pleasanton, Devine, Natalia, and now Cashville, Security State Bank's hours of business varies from location to location. Please visit our website, www.securitystbk.com, or call us at 830-663-2801 to check on a location nearest to you. Security State Bank, serving South Texas.
All right, back here, Hondo, Texas, Berry Field, for what should be a good one, Schmitty. Rivalry game.
Oh, I think this
Battle of the Creek.
Battle of the Creek. I think this will be a big one, Jimbo. You know, like you said, you've already brought it up. It's a great night for football. Both teams are going to be fired up for this one. Hondo's band's walking in right behind us, and they are fired up and beating the cadence and yelling and screaming. It has got a high school Friday night football atmosphere.
Absolutely. And you know what? We're here at Berry Field, and there's going to be a great crowd tonight, but it's not like the atmosphere at Carrizo Springs the other night. Their general admission was completely packed by this time.
Absolutely.
Hondo's fans, they'll fill it up.
Oh, they will.
There's no doubt about that. Devine fans will fill this up as well. But just a little bit different atmosphere. But like we said earlier, Warhorse is coming in 0-1 in district. Hondo coming away with their first district win. They're 1-0 in district. So, you know, like you said, big game coming up for the horses here.
Absolutely. And got down on the field. I talked to Coach Gomez and being, you know, the usual coaches like I talked to, and got some information, found out a little bit about last week. Don't want to talk too much about last week because this is such a big game, and we're going to talk about this with Coach Gomez. It's like a life lesson.
Absolutely.
You know, you get knocked down, you can't fix the past. You can only go fix what's in front of you, and what's in front of us right now is the Hondo Owls.
That's exactly right. You got to look forward here. So you want to jump down to those coaches' interviews real quick?
Let's jump over there and hear what Coach Gomez has to say.
All right, here is Warhorse head football coach Paul Gomez.
Good evening, out here on the field, pregame with head coach Paul Gomez. Coach, hey, tough game last week. Kids played hard. How do you get focused for a game like tonight? I mean, you gotta put that one away. What did y'all do this week?
Yeah, well, you just gotta put that away. There's nothing you can do about that. You know, there's so many ifs, ands, or buts that could have happened in that game. But if you sit there and think about it, then you know, obviously, you know, now it's Hondo, and we had to focus on Hondo, and they're a good football team, and if you allow yourself to sit there and feel sorry for yourself, you know, then you're going to come out flat and without any enthusiasm. So what we just told our guys is what, you know, everybody else does, you know, in normal life out in the real world. You know, when you get knocked down, you got to pick yourself back up. You got to try to get better, try not to make the same mistakes, and move forward. You know, all we can do is we can change everything from the future. We can't change in the past.
That's right.
So
kind of like what you and I've been talking about in a couple of these. It's some of those life lessons that
Yes.
you just gotta keep going.
It's every day, man. That's the thing with football. I mean, everything, practices, situations, games, it's all you know, all leading to life's lessons. So that's why it's such a great sport.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
Practices are hard.
Oh yeah.
Life's hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a great lesson for these kids, and we're gonna come out on the right side of things. Okay, huge rivalry game. My goodness,
Yeah.
this is probably one of the best ones in South Texas,
Yeah.
right? And you're on the road again for second week. What's your team going to do tonight? What are we going to see from your guys tonight to handle all that excitement in?
Yeah, the biggest thing is control us. You know, we talk about that. I talked about that since Monday. You know, and I've talked about that all year long. We need to control Devine Warhorses. Need to control Devine Warhorses and what we do. We can't control anything that the opposing team does. We control what we do. We can work on the things that we need to work on. You know, such as not making as many mistakes, not having that many turnovers, fix us, and then, you know, I'm happy with what we bring to the field.
That's right. The rest of it takes care of itself. Do those little things. All right. How's Hondo going to attack you tonight? What are they going to do? They're pretty strong offensively, defensively. What are they going to do on each side?
You know, it all starts offensively. It all starts with their offensive line. They've got 5 seniors on the offensive line. You know, they have a really, really good running back in Winchester. He's a fast kid, but he's a tough, strong kid also. He gets tough yards. Their quarterback can run the ball really, really well. They got their fullbacks who are part of the passing game. They've got 2 big receivers that can run. I mean, they have a very good offensive scheme. They sit there and see how you line up, and then they're going to run the best play that towards whatever defense you have. So we got to be sound. We got to play hard. We got to do what we've been taught all week long. Defensively, they're multiple. They started out running Okie, which is a 50 defense with a nose guard, 2 tackles, 2 ends, and then the last 2 games they switched into a split look with 4 guys with their hands on the dirt. So I think we're gonna get multiple defenses coming at us. I think they're gonna switch it up on us. I think they're gonna try to keep us, guessing and seeing, and then the biggest thing with that is follow your rules. There's nothing that we do offensively where the linemen don't have rules to. And it doesn't matter what defense comes at you, you follow your rules, then we can block them. It's just a matter of getting focused and not saying, I'm looking for this and this comes out. Don't be surprised. Follow your rules and make it happen.
That's right. Trust what you're seeing. Trust what you were taught all week long.
Exactly.
Hey, Coach, good luck. Let's go get this one.
Thanks, bud.
All right, back here at Berry Field, 18 minutes till game time, Schmitty. Great interview with Coach Gomez.
Yes, sir. He does a great job, and like we've talked about with him, these kids are out here playing football, but they're also learning other lessons. He talked about that, how, football like life is tough. Sometimes it doesn't go your way.
Absolutely.
And
you don't get what you want all the time.
That's right. And, you have to learn to get back up and go back at it. And then, of course, he didn't say it this way, but you got to be yourself. You got to be who you are. And he did speak to that about we need to be who we are. We need to go do what we do. And, things will be good if we take care of our business.
Yeah, talking about this morning, and I know Coach Gomez talked about this, how you might just get a curveball every now and then. This morning I'm getting to school. I get a phone call. I got to go get a bus and go pick up someone because one of our buses broke down. And, you get there, you scramble around. I didn't get to do what I wanted to do, but then I had to regroup and get ready for the day with about 5 minutes left. By the way, shout out Alyssa. Well, it used to be Lugo, Alyssa Gonzalez now. She was my taxi, my Uber to school today. So
that's right.
I appreciate her picking me up there from one of the places in town. But Warhorses have to handle that curveball that they got last Friday. Get ready. Right. And you know what? It's a rivalry game. There's probably going to be a curveball or 2 out here tonight, too.
Well, Jimbo, that was a great segue into some of the things we're about to hear from Coach Villa and Coach Eads, and that the way, Coach Eads was talking to me about how Hondo started off in an Okie defense. That's a 50. And Coach Gomez talked about this too. Now they're playing like more of a split. Again, 4 guys with their hands down in the dirt. So it's kind of like, what are they going to set up in? What are we going to do? And Coach Eads is going to say this here in a minute. It's a chess match.
A little cat and mouse?
A little cat and mouse, a little chess. You're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to counter with this. We're going to come back with that. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. It's going to be an ongoing contest mentally with the coaches going back and forth.
Absolutely. Let's see. Who do we get into next?
Let's get Coach Villa here what he thinks their offense is going to do.
Defensive coordinator George Villa here with the interview before the game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Defensive coordinator George Villa. Coach Villa, tough, hard-fought game last week. Tell us how you feel your defense performed.
I thought we did some really, really good things the other night. With the exception of probably 3 plays where we didn't get lined up, and because of our misalignment, they ended up being big plays and it hurt us.
And that's the little things like that. One misalignment turns into a gashing play, yes. And sometimes you can't recover from those things. Okay, Coach, you know all about this game. Big rivalry game. Y'all are on the road. It's going to be loud in here. It's going to be tough for the defense. What does Hondo do? What is their offense going to do to try to stop your defense or attack your defense?
Well, I think they're going to do what they do, and right now they're feeding last name was Winchester, number 20. That's their guy. They're going to try to get him in many different situations. He'll be a running back. They'll put him at an inside receiver. They'll put him in motion. So a lot of what we do is going to depend on where he's at.
What you see him do. And that leads me to the next question. What are you going to do to stop him? I guess we're going to have some multiple sets, I guess.
Yeah, they'll put him, like I said, they'll put him in various situations to try to hurt your defense. Our job, just like any other week, is to know where he's at, recognize where he's at, because where he's at is going to determine what the play is going to be. So as long as we're talking and communicating out there, knowing where he's at, making our calls, and from that call, we'll know what to read. We can do that tonight. We're going to be okay.
And again, it comes down to what you and I have talked about for 6 weeks now. Read the keys, trust the keys, and follow along and get it done, I guess.
Absolutely.
Basically, right?
And once we get our keys, we're gonna have to be really, really physical with this kid. This kid he's a bruiser. He's real shifty. If he wants to run you over, he will. So we're gonna have to tighten up our britches and let's go get after it.
Bring another level of
Absolutely.
physicality. Coach, good luck tonight. Let's go get a W.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. We're in tight confines over here on top of the stands and trying to get a couple things done. But yeah, that was Coach Villa, and I didn't get a chance to listen to anything, but you did a pretty good preview there. And I know Coach Villa is pretty fired up for this one because he's a Hondo guy.
He is. He talked about this being the rivalry, and it's one of the questions I ask him. As y'all heard, it's one of the biggest rivalries in South Texas. Always has been. Battle of the Creek, it's kind of names kind of morphed into that.
Right.
But, one thing about the rivalry is it's Jimbo, and you and I talked about this earlier today. Nobody likes each other today, and it's all going to be good tomorrow.
Absolutely right. Yeah, there's no love lost for each other here during this game, but there is a mutual respect between both towns, both schools.
But that's another story we can talk about. Coach Villa, being a Hondo boy, knows what it's all about. Talked about how they are very talented. They have a tough running back in Winchester.
Absolutely.
Not only is he shifty, but and we got some good moves, good quick moves, but he's also strong as all get out, they say, and can finish runs. And Coach Eads talks about that finishing run. So Coach Villa really was adamant about how we have to tackle. We have to be sure with our tackles. We have to get in there, and we have to go bring the fight to Hondo. We have to be the aggressor.
Absolutely. And, Coach Gomez talked on this a minute ago, too. You got to be in position. You got to do the little things right. We talked a little bit coming home, talking to the coaches during the week. There were some times in Carrizo Springs where we just didn't get to exactly where we needed to be in time, and that ended up costing us on a couple of plays.
And that's what Coach Villa said. Didn't get some reads, didn't line up. We got gashed.
Yeah. And, it's a rivalry game. Crazy stuff's going to happen. Be ready for it. Don't get too high. Don't get too low. Kind of the deal. It's a marathon, not necessarily a sprint.
That's right. We've seen it in college football over the last couple of weeks. Just because somebody gets out to an early start does not mean
Absolutely.
If the other team will maintain their poise and their composure, does not mean you can't get right back into this game.
Absolutely. Well, let's get into what offensive coordinator Coach Evan Eads had to say.
And we talked a little bit about what he had to say, and he's got the best answer of the night. I'm going to wait until he says it for everybody. But we talked to Coach Eads about what we got going, what we're going to do, and what their defense is going to do to us. And Jimbo, kind of what we just talked about. It's the lining up. It's the getting set.
Here is Coach Evan Eads.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, on the field with offensive coordinator Evan Eads. Coach Eads, hey, tough night last week. Tell us a little bit about offensive performance last week. Did some good things.
We did, but we failed to execute when it really mattered. 2 fumbles were really bad, and we didn't execute when it mattered. We didn't finish drives, and we didn't score enough points.
And just fumbles are going to kill you no matter what.
Yes.
You get some other stuff going on in there, but you just can't give them easy possessions like that. All right, Coach. One of the best rivalries in the state of Texas right here. Unfortunately, it has to be on the road in their house. Hostile environment. What's Hondo's defense going to do to try to stop your offense tonight?
They're going to give us 2 looks. They're going to give us a 4-man front, a 3-man front, we think. They're going to have multiple secondary guys coming down. We're expecting blitzes. We're expecting everything. It's always a hell of a fight. There's little chess masters that are going to go, and we're going to have to do some adjusting. I'm confident.
Little bit of reading the defense and seeing what they're doing, and then try to counter that. All right. How are your offense going to handle Hondo's defense and like the noise? I'm sure the noise is going to be a factor in here tonight.
Well, that we're excited about. I don't think the noise hurt us last week, and it was pretty rowdy down there. So we're expecting the same thing coming into another hostile environment. That should help us. But we're just going to get after them. We're going to run right at them. And
Just go hit them in the mouth.
Like all the Hondo games have been, it's going to be physical, and whoever executes the best is going to have the best chance at the end of the game.
Anything special from the offense tonight?
Yes.
I like that answer. All right. Hey, we can't wait to see it, Coach. Let's go get a W.
Yes, sir.
All right, back here at Berry Stadium. And we've got all the pageantry of pregame going on. The Warhorse band playing during the interview. I couldn't quite hear everything that Coach Eads had to say there, so fill me in on what the good answer was.
The best answer was, are we going to see anything special from our offense tonight? And he said, yes.
There you go.
With the big old Coach Eads smile, and I'm just going to leave it at that. And I was like, I love it, Coach. That's the classic answer right there.
I tell you what, it was funny. I talked to Coach Quiz for a little bit today. He said he was able to talk to Coach Carey, the head coach here for the Owls. Coach Carey said, well, what I saw in the JV game, we're fixing to see a lot of power sweep about 85% of the time. And Quiz was like, yeah, and I don't think they run it enough. So, yeah, but, yeah, you never know. There's always a little wrinkle or two that comes out in games like this, so we'll be on the lookout for that.
That's right, and, you know, it's again, it's a cat and mouse game. What are they going to do? What's their defense going to line up in? How is Coach Eads going to make an adjustment? What are they going to change? What are they going to do? You know, and by the same token, what's Coach Carey going to have his defense do? Are they going to get back into Okie defense? Are they going to jump over into the split?
Absolutely.
You know, are they going to give him some combination of that that they haven't seen yet?
You're exactly right, and so we'll see what plays out there. Plus, you've got to remember plays like Bulldog Ramirez scoop and score for 65 yards here going to the north end zone. Paul Whitehead, 400-something yards. Joseph Sadler running the ball 50 times one time here in a battle of 9-1 team. So there's always
something. This game never fails to deliver something exciting.
Yeah. We were talking on the podcast on Wednesday. Kyle Pilodzinski blocks a punt. Angel Gonzalez picks it up, runs it in for a touchdown. Tells his kids he jumped 6 feet up in the air to dunk it over the goalpost. Matt Balderrama said absolutely not. It was more like 6 inches that he jumped up. But it's plays like that can really turn games like this.
Correct.
Speaking of special teams, got to talk to Coach Scott Taylor.
Talked to Coach Scott Taylor, talked to him about special teams. He had a very similar answer. Yes, there might be something. And we might see something from Hondo. Here's Coach Taylor. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, down here on the field with special teams coordinator Scott Taylor. Coach Taylor, how do you feel the tough loss last week? You know, kids did a lot of good things. Tell us a little bit about the special teams, what you thought went good or bad.
I mean, we had a good night special teams-wise, and other than the one shank punt, you know, we were able to overcome that. We had a fake punt that was right on the boundary, real close.
That was pretty.
Except, you know, he was told, don't throw it anywhere close to the boundary, and, you know, so it still happens, stuff like that. It's hard, though, in a loss when, you know, even when certain things went well, the big kickoff return for the touch got us back into the game, and, you know, big momentum shift. But it's hard when the team loses. It's, you know, everybody gets kicked in the gut.
Everything gets looked at a little harder.
And so, yeah, you really overlook those kind of things.
All right, coming into Hondo, it's a huge rivalry game. Mm-hmm. Good opportunity for some special teams, trickery or whatever you want to call it. We going to see anything like that from Hondo tonight?
Very much possible. They've run a couple of fake punts this year. You know, we know they have a fake extra point in their back pocket. They've run it against us within the last 5 years. This game has come down to blocked extra points, blocked punts. You know, I can think of just over the years, there's been a lot of, you know, recovered onside kicks, missed opportunities on the onside kick. So, you know, there's going to be, at some point, there might be an opportunity for our special teams to make a different play and make a difference in the game, and that's what we harp on is be the team that makes the play and not the mistake.
That's right. That could be the difference in the game. And like you said, Coach, you look back through the record books, 2021, 14-13.
Oh, yeah.
There's all kinds of one-point games in this rivalry.
Definitely.
Hey, let's go get one more point than them tonight.
Sounds great. Appreciate it.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Back here at Berry Stadium, it's time for the national anthem. righty, Schmitty. Great job on the national anthem there, performed by the Mighty Owl Band.
Absolutely. And get the flag still walking off the field. Lorenzo doing a great job of getting that, and everybody showing their respect for the flag as it leaves the center of the field. A nice job by the Hondo.
I tell you what, I'm always impressed when we come here to Hondo. The Mighty Owl Band in the end zone there performing the national anthem. It's always just kind of the classic football feel.
It is.
You know, the other night it was kind of the new school football with the hype from the press box and everything else. Tonight it's kind of the old school feel. You know, the rivalry that's been going on close to 100 years or over 100 years.
Yeah. There's definitely some need for some feel for the classics right here.
Absolutely.
And the flag leaves the field finally, and now we see everybody, and here comes the excitement, Coach Jay.
Absolutely. It is about time for the coin toss here. So before we get to it, let's jump into our intro. We'll be back just a sec. All right, folks, we are back here. It is time for the coin toss. We're at Berry Field in Hondo, Texas for tonight's District 15 4A Division II football game featuring the Hondo Owls and the visiting Devine Warhorses. At the coin toss, we've got the Honorable Congressman Tony Gonzalez. He is here, representative of District 23 out of the state of Texas. He's here to do the coin toss, and he's going to actually stop by in a little bit. We'll have some time with him.
That's right. That's what I heard.
So,
who do we got out there? We got Peyton Carr. Did you already say this?
I have not.
We got Peyton Carr out there. We got Xavier Contreras. We got Hayden Brummage and Cannonball Ramirez out there. And by God, how nice would it be for a scoop and score tonight, Cannonball?
I'm telling you.
Talked to him about that in class today.
Hey, speaking of Cannonball, that's going to be our senior spotlight tonight.
Hey, I heard he has a lovely attire.
He does.
People need to stay tuned just to see the attire.
Well, it's Powder Puff Pep Rally today at Devine High
Leave that to
School.
y'all's imagination then.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Kaylee, you are going to be excited.
Be proud to be your brother here. All right, it looks like the Hondo Owls have won the toss, and they will elect to receive. So Warhorse defense will be out on the field to start with here, Smitty. Time for our Brown Chevrolet keys to the game.
I'll tell you what, Coach Jay, listen to what all the coaches had to say and seeing what we've seen, you know, doing what we do is going to be a key to the game.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, the not letting little things happen. We can't have that fumble at critical time. We had a couple of those last week. Cannot have that. And then the flags have got, the laundry's got to stay off the field.
Control the laundry
got
here.
to control it.
Absolutely.
We do not need any JB's bus driving school stuff going on.
Absolutely not. So excited to bring this one to you guys. We are about ready to get started here. It is an absolute gorgeous night here in Hondo.
It is. Chamber of Commerce weather here in Hondo, Texas.
And Warhorses will be kicking off. They will be kicking from the south end. I'm guessing this is north and south here.
I'm pretty sure they are kicking. We are kicking north because the wind's blowing out of the north.
I'm already getting some people texting in verifying Angel's story. In fact, Angel himself said it wasn't 6 feet, it was 5. Colby Cashin says he remembers that well. He said he thinks it was 5 or 6 feet. So we will see. Baldy threw him under the bus.
I tell you what, with the adrenaline that gets pumping in this game, anything's possible, Jimbo.
Absolutely. Looks like Hayden Dubose is going to be doing the kicking for the Horses here. For everybody that is tuned in and watching online on YouTube, we are underway here. This ball is going to be fielded by number 20. That is going to be Carson Winchester. He is going to be hit at the 30-yard line. Great coverage there by the Warhorses, Schmitty.
Excellent job. Gus Puente in there, getting in there for the Horses. I'm going to tell you what, we are going to see a lot of number 20 touching the ball tonight, Jimbo.
Absolutely. That is a definite key to the game. Watching the little film beforehand, and there are a lot of touches, kind of like some of the colleges where they're like, hey, this guy's going to get 20, 30 touches a game. look for that from Winchester
That's
tonight.
right.
For
Oh,
the
that's
Owls.
the old Joseph Sadler days.
30, 40, 50, whatever it might be.
52, but who's counting?
All right, here we go. Owls are going to come out in the gun. Number 10, Marcus. Nope, that's us. Number 10 is going to be Caden English. He is going to keep. Not much doing there. Maybe a gain of 2 on the play there, Schmitty.
Yeah, there was nothing there. Brummage and Colt Hackabill in there to stop him, along with some other horses up on that front line. A nice job by the defensive line clogging up that play for the Warhorses. That's going to be key tonight.
2nd down and 8 here for the Owls. Shotgun again for English. Looking to throw. He's going to throw out here to Winchester. There's going to be a whistle on the play, though.
We have a false start, Jimbo. I've already seen the far lines judge give the signal to the white hat. There it is, the false start signal, and that's going to move them back 5 yards. And, you know, I'm sure that's a key for them as well.
Absolutely. I think when you get to this point of the year for every team, it's take care of the ball and keep the laundry off the field.
And you just can't be behind the chains. When you're playing in big games against good teams, you know, you just can't afford to have to do the extra work like that.
Absolutely. So 5-yard penalty against the Owls. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 13. So English will go into the gun again. Winchester to his left. Just underway here, first quarter at Berry Field. This is going to be English with the keep. He's going to be corralled there. Not much doing, Schmitty.
No, there was no place for him to go. 64, Colt Hackabill got a hold of him early on back there. Hayden Brummage in there to do the rest of the dirty work and get him on the turf. That's going to bring up 3rd and long, Jimbo.
Yeah, it looks like this Owl offense is kind of that RPO offense. A lot of people will be implementing where it could be a run, could be a pass, and a couple of different options on every play. Great job by the Warhorse D there. English in the gun again. It's going to be 3rd down and 12 for the Owls. Winchester in motion. Looks like they're going to go screen this side towards us. That is caught by number 40, Brandon Andres, and Brandon Andres is going to take this one down inside the 20. One guy to get. Mason Martinez can't get him, and that is going to be a Hondo Owl touchdown.
I tell you what, they sold it out, Jimbo. They put everybody, student body, world to the right, swung that back to the left, all the motion right, swung it back to the left for the screen, and it jumps up and bites the Warhorses. And that's one of Coach Villa's keys right there, is we didn't read our keys. We didn't trust our eyes. We didn't see the false motion, and that came back to bite them. Looks like, who's that, Jimbo? Number 5,
Roberto Renteria will be on to do the extra point duty for the Owls.
If I'm not mistaken, he's kicking from the wrong side.
I believe he is. Snap
Southpaw.
is good, and the kick is up and into the oak trees, and good.
I tell you what, that lefty can kick it.
Absolutely. So 11 minutes, 10 seconds left, first quarter. It is 7-0 Hondo. We're going to step away for a quick commercial break. We'll be back in a minute.
State Farm agent Mark Kidd is here to help life go right. Mark and his trusty staff can help you and your family with all of your insurance needs. From auto, home, health, and life insurance to banking products and financial planning, Mark and his staff are there to help. Stop by the office at 700 West Hondo in Devine or call 830-665-2807. Visit on the web at www.markkid.com. Mark Kidd and State Farm, here to help life go right.
Royce Grain out of Hondo, Texas is your supplier of premium quality feeds, bagged and in bulk. Royce Grain provides corn, apple scent corn, protein pellets, specialty feed mixes, scratch, and wild bird seed. Call 210-844-4015 for ranch delivery, or stop by Morales Feed Store or WOG Supply in Devine. Royce Grain, premium quality feeds. All right, back here at Berry Field, it is 7-0 Hondo. Not the way the Warhorses wanted to start this. Important, though, to get an answer here, huh, Schmidt?
That's right, and, you know, it is, but we talked about this. That's going to, you know, these teams are going to come out and hit each other in the mouth, and who recovers? That's what's going to matter.
Here comes Renteria. This is going to be a high, deep kick. It is going to be fielded in the end zone by Ethan Santos. He's going to bring it out. And he is going to be brought down at about the 15-yard line, and that's where the Warhorses will take over.
I tell you what, Jimbo, that was a little bit of a wind-aided kick, but let me tell you, that young man's got a leg. Yeah. That's one of the best kickoffs we've seen all year, and drove us back into the end zone where maybe you down it and you come out to the 25-yard line. However, after breaking one last week,
absolutely,
you just never know when that's going to come, and Ethan can fly.
Yes, he can. It's not like I was trying to bring that thing out of the end zone there. So Warhorses would like to have better field position. They don't. They are going to start at the 15, so let's see what happens here.
Hey, just do work right now, right?
Absolutely. Hack is going to be in the gun. This is going to be Hack with the keep. Not much doing there. Maybe a gain of 1, Schmitty.
Yeah, they talked about that big defensive line, big, strong defensive line. That looked like number 63, Robert Gonzalez, that reached out and got a big paw on Hack before he could slip through. There was a hole there, but it kind of slowed Hack down just enough to let the pursuit find him. So no gain on the yard on the play.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Horses here. Clock runs with 10:50. I believe I've got that on the screen for everybody. This is going to be direct snap to Gabe Escabel. He is going to be past the 20-yard line, run out of bounds on the far side there. Nice play on 2nd down, though, for the Horses. Good game.
Yes, it was. Great job by Gabe getting out there and getting the corner turned. You know, he only 1 or so men to beat, and he was looking for a big gain, but big play on 2nd down, get us down to what's that, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, Jimbo, looks like.
3rd down and a little more manageable for the Horses here. Like you say, you want to stay within the chains here and stay ahead of them. 3rd down and 4 is something the Horses feel is very manageable. Hack's going to keep it left side. He is going to get, I think he's going to get the 1st down after 2nd effort as he gets out past the 25-yard line.
I do too, Jimbo. I'm looking at the line judge on our side, and he is out in front of the line pointing for a 1st down. So that's going to be a big Warhorse 1st down. And to get out of the shadow of your goal is huge. And granted, we're only out to the 25, but that 10 yards is huge.
Absolutely. You know, there are several ways this football game can go. You can score in big plays, and you can score in drives that eat time off the clock.
Long, methodical drives, and that's kind of been Devine's forte in the opening drive. Their opening drives has kind of been some long, methodical 3 yards in a pile of dust.
All right, Hack is going to be back in the gun. This is going to be blown dead before it can get started. Looks like the Warhorses are going to get flagged for being offside or false start.
That's going to be the false start against the Horses. Now, we saw Hondo overcome that 5-yard penalty. Was one of the things we talked about in our keys to the game. You just can't get behind the down and distance, and 1st and 15 is definitely behind.
Absolutely. See what the Warhorses have in store here. No roving camera tonight. We were last-minute cancellation. Baldy had something come up, and I'm not going to fault him for that. And wish him the best. Hope everything's okay, Matt.
Baldy, we hope everything's okay there. We're thinking about you, brother, and missing you, and looking forward to having you back next week.
Lorenzo jumping onto the camera for us, and he's going to be able to see Hack get a great run. 1st and 15. He is going to be out to, about 2 yards shy of the 1st down there, out to the 34, it looks like.
Jimbo, that was a heck of a run, and it was a great job by the O-line not opening up that big hole. Cannonball, Jared Fernandez, Carter Fauble, Hayden Brummage, Logan Camarillo just coming back last week. Those guys opening a hole. But I'm going to tell you what, the last 5 yards was all Hack. I mean, he just decided, I'm not going down, boys.
Yeah, a bull in a china closet there. Under centered this time for Hack. 2nd down and 2 for the Horses. Gabe Escabel in motion. Pitch back to Gabe. And he is going to be out past the 35-yard line. Looks like a 1st down, or at least close to it there, Schmidt.
I tell you what, Jimbo, Gabe was hit in the backfield. I know y'all could see that. He was hit in the backfield, but he would not be denied. One of the things Coach Eads, offensive coordinator, Coach Eads talked about was these backs finishing the runs falling forward, and we saw it right there.
Absolutely. Warhorses with a nice drive here. Started at the 15, moved it out to the 35. Clock runs with 8:15 left. We've got our scoreboard camera up, but we're not going to lie, there could be some folks in that shot every now and then that get excited. This is going to be handoff Ethan Santos, he's got some room.
Turn the corner, Ethan, turn the corner,
50
baby.
into out territory.
There's that speed I'm talking about.
20, 10, touchdown. Ethan Santos, Devine Warhorses to the house.
No laundry on the field, and that's that speed I'm talking about on the kickoff. You understand why the young man wanted to try it? When you
Absolutely.
got that kind of wheels, you're going to give it a try.
Absolutely. Great job by Santos getting to the edge. Great job by the Warhorse. Oh, and once Santos got that crease, he was gone.
He was gone. When he got those shoulders squared up, Jimbo, and you know what? And there it is. Haymaker by Hondo, haymaker by Devine. It's going to be one of those nights right there.
Would we expect anything less?
No, and what a night for it.
Hayden Dubo's on for the extra point attempt. That kick is
Beautiful.
up, and it is good. We're tied up here, 7-7. Think we're going to be in store for a good one tonight.
Oh,
Smitty.
y'all hang on, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll be back in a minute. Warhorse Football.
The Grass Yard, a premium sod grower in South Texas, specializing in the sale and installation of sod. The Grass Yard also provides landscaping services along with tree sales and installation. Open to the public, visit them at 1484 South Highway 46 in New Braunfels or call 830-626-3444. The Grass Yard, from our backyard to yours.
Come see Warhorse and Arabian supporter Eric Smith at North Park Chevrolet for all your car buying needs. Located just down the road on US Highway 90 in Castroville, North Park Chevrolet consistently ranks among the top Chevrolet stores in the state. With over 300 vehicles on the lot to choose from, Eric can help you find what you need. Contact Eric at 210-737-4786 or visit the website www.npchevy.com.
All right, we're back here, 7-7 at Berryfield. Tied up just under 8 minutes. Looks like Warhorses are going to have Colt Hackenbill come out to do this kick. Or sorry, it's Luke Friesenheim, my bad.
Luke Friesenheim.
High, short kick, that ball's going to hit the ground.
Devine's got a chance. It's on the ground.
It's on the ground. Warhorses have a chance for it. Let's see, they are signaling that it is Warhorse football.
I'll tell you what, Hayden Dubose, I think, is on the bottom of that pile with that ball in his hands.
It looks like it.
It is
Hayden
Warhorse
Dubose
football.
will come up with it, and that was a well-placed pooch kick by Luke Friesenheim there, Smitty.
Absolutely perfect job. The Hondo Owls looked like they didn't know how to handle it. Jimbo, just fair catch that ball.
Absolutely.
Get under it, get the fair catch signal up, and get it. But we're glad they played it the way they did. Hayden Dubose all over that ball. He jumped up. I tell you what, Coach McIver could use him to finish in the middle right there. That boy got some ups.
Absolutely. Great play there by the Warhorses on their special teams. Wow.
Yeah, wow. That's about all you can say about that, Jimbo.
Here we go.
Wow.
Warhorses is going to take over 1st and 10 at the Hondo 39. Hack's going to be in the gun. This is motion by Xavier Contreras. Handoff X trying to get outside, and he is going to be drugged down.
Face mask, Jimbo.
And there's all kinds of flags on that play as X is brought down at the 34-yard line.
Jimbo, he's going to the house if he gets that corner, and I think the only way to bring him down was to grab that face mask, which is what the Hondo Owls did. Hey, all this excitement, Jimbo, I'm looking down on the field. These kids are coming off, these Warhorses, they're all pumped up. They're coming over getting water. We've talked about the student trainers.
Absolutely.
We haven't talked about the head trainer.
That's exactly right. Our athletic trainer, Ruben Austin, down on the sidelines down here, plays a big role in getting some of these Warhorses taking care of those nicks and dings, and then some of those major injuries. He's in there rehabbing them, trying to get them out on the field as soon as he can.
Absolutely. Does a great job for the Warhorses and the Arabians, keeping them going. Doc Austin, we are happy to have you on the staff, and
appreciate all you do for all the kiddos.
And he keeps the student trainers running. They always have water. It's all good. Looks like the Warhorse has got that big face mask penalty. That moves them down inside the 20, Jimbo.
1st and 10 in the red zone here. Hack in the gun. This is going to be Hack with the keep. Big hole. He is inside the 15, dropped at the 11-yard line, 12-yard line there, Smitty.
Jimbo, I don't know if you saw that hole that opened up in the middle, but my goodness, did those big boys do a good job up front.
Hey, real quick, got to call in Alex Wee-Wee. He doesn't text. He likes to call in. He wants me to give a shout-out to him and Troy Tuttle. They're talking about retiring at the end of the year, but I think there'll be plenty more Warhorse games.
I think they will.
Here we go. Hack is going to keep it.
Oh,
he loses his footing there in the backfield. That'll be a loss on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Horses.
Jimbo, that might be fan number 2 and 3 right behind Bob.
I agree 100% there. So
tough break right there for Hack. He did have a hole to run through. That's going to bring up 3rd and looks like 5 from the Horses. They're probably down here in the 2-down territory to pick it up, Jimbo.
I would think so. Hey, you know, we talk about this rivalry. Just got a text in. Mark Navarro watching in North Dakota, Watford City. Actually working with the guy from Hondo. They're watching it together, so the rivalry travels.
How about that? Small world.
Here we go. Hack's going to keep up the middle there, and it is going to be back to about the 13-yard line, so 4th and long coming for the Horses.
Wyatt Boss, number 25, was the Owl that made the first contact. He picked up, looks like, maybe 1. Looks like it's going to bring up 4th and 4, Jimbo. So big call for Coach Eads and Coach Gomez now. Really need that line to do what they've been doing and open us up a hole here.
Yep, big 4th down here for the Horses. Getting the extra possession after recovering the pooch kick.
Need to take advantage of it.
Here we go. Hack's going to look to throw.
Oh, he's got him.
And he
my
has going
goodness.
to overthrow as Mason Martinez looked over one shoulder. Hack threw it over the other.
And they were nobody back there with them. They were wide open. A great call by the coaches. And you know what? Sometimes that happens, Jimbo. You make the perfect call, and the execution is just not quite there. That's going to be one the Horses are going to want to have back.
Absolutely. I believe that play is appropriately named the Hondo Special.
Yes, it is. So speaking of, do we have something special? I bet we got a few more of those.
Hey, but you got to overcome. Opportunity missed by the Horses.
Hey, great place. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, you do have Hondo pinned deep here. They have the ball back at the 13-yard line. Let's see what the Warhorse defense can do here. This is going to be a handoff up the middle. Winchester, not much doing there. Good stop by the Warhorse defense.
Yes, absolutely. Brandon Martinez, number 56, and Hack coming in there. I tell you what, Jimbo, how many teams starting quarterback play as hard on defense as our number 1 out there?
Absolutely.
I'm telling you what, that kid is back there making tackles from the safety position.
Does this speak to the importance of a game right here when you've got your starting quarterback playing defense for you out there?
And he's coming up there and laying the lumber like he did right there. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Great job by the Horses.
English is going to look to throw here, throws out to the flat. And this is going to be the fullback, number 40, Brandon Andres.
And he's the one that had the big play a while ago. He's brought down by,
I believe that was Ethan Santos.
Ethan Santos brought him down, but not before he picked up 7 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 3. Big stop right here for the Horses.
Absolutely.
Probably going to have to punt if we can get a stop right here, Jimbo. This is pretty deep in the territory.
Coach Villa calling in some changes for the defense here. Going to go twins to the left side for the Owls. 1 receiver to the right side. English is going to be in the gun. Low snap. He's going to hand off to Winchester, right side, 1st down yardage as he gets out past the 25-yard line.
I'm telling you what, that young man brings it right there. He had a full head of steam by the time he hit the corner, Jimbo.
Absolutely. 1st down yardage there as he gets out to the 29-yard line.
Still a great place for the Horses defense to hold them. You know, you're still not even beyond the 30-yard line. If, you know, it's a turnover, something like that, see if we can't get something to happen.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 for the Owls here. Motion coming. This is going to be a toss sweep. And that is well played by the Horses.
Excellent job.
That was Martavius Patterson, Martavius Patterson. He is going to be brought down for a loss on the play, and looks like there might be some
there was some laundry
on the field
thrown out there. That was Marcus Rodriguez and number 5, Gabe Esquivel. They read that play beautiful. Trusted their keys, read it. Coach Gomez is saying, we want to decline this penalty.
Absolutely.
We're going to take that loss and a down. It's going to bring up 2nd and what does that look like, Jimbo? Ooh, looks like about a 7-yard loss.
I tell you what, as great as being up in the press box last week and seeing the sticks was, it is much harder here. So that is a loss. Yeah, about 7 yards there, Smitty. So looking like the Owls need to get it close to the 40-yard line.
And it's on the ball spotted at about the 28?
23, maybe 22, 23, somewhere in there.
Yes. And that's going to bring up 2nd and long. Again, Coach V was out there trying to get his defense lined up. What do we got? Uh-oh.
Let's see, the Owls we got an official coming in on the far side there. Hey, got to give another shout out here. I've got Carol Maldonado, Cindy Rendon. They want a shout out, and they're saying they should have come to this game, and absolutely, Carol, y'all should have, but we're glad you joined us since you're not here.
Absolutely, glad to have them. Can't say it enough times. It's a beautiful night for football. You know, rivalry, electric atmosphere. So it looks like we're going to.
We got everything squared away here. English in the gun, second down and about 17. Looking to throwing it this way, and that is going to be incomplete. Pass was intended for Wade Caden.
Sammy Guardiola all over the coverage right there, and it was going to be hard for him to do anything with that ball. It was going to take a dime, Jim.
Absolutely.
With the coverage that Guardiola had right out there. Great job by the defense. Going to bring up a third and huge play.
Yeah, it looks like third and about 16 upcoming for the Owls here. So Warhorse defense looking good here early on. Of course, the big play early.
That's right. We had the big third down last time. They kind of gashed us on it. Let's see what we got keys-wise this time, Jimbo.
Owls signaling in the plays there.
Coach Villa countering with a little defensive shift right there of his own.
Twins both sides here for the Owls.
Oh, a little drop.
English is looking to throw. Here comes pressure over the middle.
Good
that ball is going to be knocked away. Brady Hack knocks it away, intended for Carson Winchester there. Nice defensive play.
Absolutely beautiful technique by Hack to get that hand out there and knock that ball away at the last second. And I tell you what, we were about to get a sack or some quarterback pressure. He was only a second or two away from one of those big defensive linemen getting to him.
Absolutely. Great coverage by the Warhorse secondary there.
I don't know go ahead, I'm sorry.
Good stop by the Warhorse D. Hondo with the punt team out.
Watch the fake. They are downwind.
That's exactly right.
We got to see what can happen.
This is going to be a rugby-style punt. That's going to be short. That ball is kicked into the bleachers there.
Jimbo, that ball didn't even get to the yard to gain for the first down. Warhorses are going to get another huge break. What's that ball, 32?
That's going to be at the 32-yard line after the officials mark it off there. So you never know.
No.
Rivalry games like this.
Yeah.
There's no telling.
And, you know, we talked about it in the coaches' interviews. It's the little things that you got to execute. How many times have you kicked the punt, the kickoff, the PAT or whatever all year long now, and then you get in this game and it's just a little bit more pressure, just a little bit tighter?
Absolutely. We talked about it last game. These plays, every play can matter in a tight district game like this. Here come the Horses, 1st and 10 from the 32. Handoff, right side. This is going to be a gain of 4 for the Horses.
That's Santos.
I was going to say, I think that's Ethan Santos. I could just never see his numbers or number.
No, he had that ball tucked, covering up the front, and then he had Hondo Owls all over him that he carried for a couple of yards, finishing off that 5-yard run. So excellent job, though. The Warhorses are going to take 5 yards on first down every time, Jimbo.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
My math says that works out good for you.
I think it does. Oh,
I'm not the smartest man.
We don't have the greatest math skills, but I think we can make that one work. Double wing for the Horses. Gabe Esquivel in motion. This is Hack up the middle. He is going to be out towards the 20-yard line. I believe that's first down yardage.
That's going to be real close to first down yardage. Yeah, clock is winding, chains are moving. That is a first down for Hack, and that is one of the toughest running quarterbacks in South Texas.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, he doesn't try to go around you.
No, he does not. No, he does not. So clock starts now as the chains are set. 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes left here in this first quarter.
Jimbo, fans are still filing in here to this game, and that doesn't surprise me.
No, it does not. Here's motion by Esquivel. Hack's going to keep this up the middle. He is going to be hit at the 20. Still going forward. He's going to get down to the 19-yard line.
That leg drive just never seems to stop when Hack's got the ball. I mean, he is just churning and plowing for every yard. They do go ahead and spot it right on the 20. That's going to be a pickup of 2, so 2nd and 8 from the 20. Horses need to get it in right here, Jim. Well, on this drive.
Absolutely.
There'll be good things happen for the Horses right here.
The Hondo Owl band making some noise here on the far side right in front of the Warhorses.
They just reset the play clock and moved the ball down another yard, down to the 19.
Pitch back Santos. He's got a crease here.
Oh,
he's
there
at
he
the
is.
15, 10-yard line. Touchdown, Ethan Santos, Devine Warhorses.
What great blocking on the edge by the Warhorses. That was Mason Martinez out there. That's number 11, Luke Friesenhan, clearing out a path. Ethan Santos doesn't need much of a hole.
No, he doesn't.
He can get through it, and boom.
There was one guy that had a bead on Ethan, and Hack went and took him out.
There you
Talk about
go.
the blocking by the backs of the Warhorses. Quarterback Brady Hack, key blocks, bringing Ethan forward the touch.
Excellent job.
18-yard touchdown for Santos. Dubo's extra point up and good. Warhorses up 14-7. 1:08 left to go here in the first quarter. We're glad you're with us, folks. We'll be back here in a minute. This is Warhorse Football.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Stop by Mag's Place in Devine, a proud supporter of Warhorse and Arabian Athletics. Mag's Place, a boutique shop featuring products from John Hart, Mud Pie, Simplified Soaps, Scent Chips, and many more. Located at 200 East College, stop by and visit anytime, or give them a call, 830-663-8077.
All right, we're back here. Warhorses up 14-7, 1:08 left to go in the first quarter.
Jimbo, I like the way we got things rolling.
This might be more of a basketball score than a football score by the time
Well,
it's said
you
and
know
done.
what? It is that rivalry game. You just never know what's going to happen. Luke Friesenhan pooches it the other way this time.
Short kick, and this one's going to be fielded by number 9, DJ Richter. Brought out past the 40-yard line. That's where the Owls will take over. Looks like the 41 there, Smitty.
Yeah, that's a little better job handling that pooch kick by the Owls that time. And the Owls kind of got a short field, Jimbo, with the ball starting right there at the 44-yard line. So Warhorse defense is see if they're up for the task. They were on the last drive.
Absolutely.
I'd like to see that happen again.
You know, the way Hondo's special teams are, it looks like they have first two lines pretty close to the line, to the 10-yard buffer zone there. And I think the Warhorses are trying to just kick that ball right in the middle of the second line and the third line.
I think you're exactly right. Make it like a no man's land out there.
All right, here we go. Owls have it. First and 10, 1:03 left. This is going to be motion. Jacob Bailey. Handoff to Winchester up the middle. Not much doing there. Maybe a gain of 2 or 3 on the play there, Smitty.
Marcus Rodriguez, Nate in there, Brandon Martinez getting in there. All those guys in on the stop.
Looked like Peyton Carr was in there from his middle linebacker position as well.
Peyton Carr had some of the first contact in there.
Second down and 7 as it was a gain of 3 for the Owls. English again is going to be in the gun. Looking to throw. The ball's been tipped. That ball is incomplete. Great play by Jared Fernandez, the senior there, Smitty.
Yes, it was. I thought we were going to get a Baba Booey. We was going to get the pick right there.
I tell you what, when that ball goes straight up in the air, ask the Cowboys about that. That could be one that can be picked off.
Absolutely. Great job by Fernandez getting in there, getting into the backfield. Got a couple of subs on the defensive line for the Warhorses. Going to bring up third and a long 7 yards for the Owls.
Tell you what, it's a big game. You got Rotrammel out there by the numbers, fist pumping out there on that defensive play by the Warhorses.
I tell you what, he got up in the air maybe 3-4 inches off the ground.
Owls taking their time getting the play in here. 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Play clock down to 4. Owls are going to snap it. This is going to be handoff.
Great
Nothing
job.
doing. Big stop by the Warhorses. Loss of 3 on the play.
Boy, absolutely. That's number 20, Hayden Dubose, blowing right through that line and just blowing them Baba Booey up.
Great job by the Warhorse D. Another stop.
That's going to end the first quarter, Jimbo.
What
a way to end the first quarter.
Warhorses are going to take the 14-7 lead after 1. We'll be back in just a second. Glad you're here with us on YouTube. This is Warhorse Football.
Stop by Image Matters in Devine for all your design and business needs. Offering an in-house custom artist, Image Matters handles a wide variety of products from spirit shirts and embroidery to the creation of signs and banners. Image Matters also carries a wide selection of awards, offering anything from ribbons and trophies to customized plaques. Located at 200 West Hondo, stop by and let Butch and Kim Cook and their 35 years of experience go to work for you.
Snoring and sleep apnea wreak havoc on everyone's sleep. Solutions include surgery or a special mask with hoses and air compressor. Sound like a good night's sleep to you? There is another way, a custom dental device from Dr. Drake's Sleep Solutions. Just slip it in each night. No surgery and no mask. The comfortable and out-of-sight way to end the snoring. Restore the joy of a good night's sleep.
All right, we're back here at Berry Field. There's a little recognition going on. Lorenzo, can you get us on the recognition there in the end zone? It looks like the Owls are going to honor some veterans here, and Tony Gonzalez, Congressman out of the Texas 23rd District out there, honoring them as well.
Great job, Lorenzo, getting them on the camera right there. And what a great thing. You know, probably something that we don't do enough of in this country is honor the people that have gone out there and fought for it. You know,
absolutely.
A lot of times we take for granted the rights that we do have in this great nation.
Absolutely.
And, you know, there are people out there that gave up their lives for it, and there's people doing it today so that, you know, we can make the decisions that we make and have the freedoms that we have.
Absolutely. We can agree to disagree on certain things. We can agree to agree on things. And what we can agree on, I think, is the gentlemen standing out there and the ultimate service that they've done for their country. And there's a lot of people that gave the ultimate sacrifice in that role as well.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate all of our veterans. And, you know, that great job by Hondo ISD there putting that together.
Absolutely. You know, and that group of people probably doesn't get enough recognition.
Nah, there's no doubt about that, Schmitty. So we are back to play here. Look like the Owls are going to come out with the offense on the field. Fourth down and 10. Looks like they're going to drop back, though. English might do the old quick kick
punt.
here.
There it is.
And that is going to be
short
a
one.
high
Get out of the way.
kick.
Get out of the way.
It's going to hit at the 40. Take a Warhorse
Great
bounce.
Warhorse bounce right there. Back 4 yards.
44. That's a little 9-iron there. Maybe a little sandwich.
Yeah, he had some backspin on. I don't know if English plays golf, but if he does, that was a pretty shot into the green.
Absolutely. Warhorses again with a great field position here. I was going to say before this, you know, the shift of the field, what little wind we do have right now blowing straight into the Owls' face for the second quarter. Warhorses have it at their back.
Absolutely. That's a tougher punting situation, punting into the wind like that. The Warhorses need to take advantage of the short field once again. It looks like play is going to stop before it even gets started.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of Tony Gonzalez, I think I mentioned it earlier. His office had called down. I think he's going to do a little media with the Hondo live stream. I think he's going to venture over and do a little media with us here.
Jimbo, he knows we're not professional, right?
That's what I told their office when they called me today. I was like, hey, I just want you to know you're dealing with the girls' basketball coach and his trusty assistant up here.
Wow.
So,
and as we soar to new levels, Jimbo.
Absolutely. So, looks like we've got everything figured out on the field here. Warhorse is going to have it 1st and 10 from the 44. Hack's going to be under center. This is going to be Hack with the keep. And nothing doing there. Maybe a gain of 2 on the play. Looked like number 17 for the Owls, Colton Martinez, came in and blew that one up.
He did. He got in there and slipped past one of the linemen on the block, and you were going for the double team block down there, Jimbo. And sometimes that combo block is a little bit tougher to pull off than just to head up mano-a-mano, where you have to read a little bit. But nonetheless, 2nd and 8. Horses still alive.
Yeah, still a gain of 2 on the play. Peyton Carr split to this side. Hack's going to be under center. This is going to be a handoff.
Come on.
And that is going to be
Gabe.
Contreras
I'm sorry.
to the 40-yard line.
I didn't look for the sock. Dadgummit.
But some great yak yardage there as X was hit at the line of scrimmage.
I'm sorry, X. I apologize. You know why I didn't know that was X? He's got so much face paint on inside that helmet. I didn't recognize him.
And we're right here where we can look down there and recognize him. It's not like we were last week up in the booth at Carrizo Springs.
That's the truth. The ball rest at the Hondo 40-yard line. Great tough run by X Contreras.
Two tights, double wing for the horses here. Hack under center. This is going to be tackle trap, and that is going to be X out to the 29 or 31-yard line. Excuse me there. Nice play, gain of about 8 on first down.
And I tell you what, Jimbo, he did a little stutter step and set that up. He was going to be stopped for only about a 3 or 4 yard gain, but a little stutter step, he gets it out there for 9 yards on first down. And I'm not real sure, but that's better than 5 on first down.
Absolutely. Coach Rotram will bring in a couple of the linemen over, Carter Fauble and Hayden Brummage, and giving them some instruction here.
A little heart-to-heart.
Absolutely. Rotrammel is definitely fired up out there. Here we go, double tight, double wing again for the horses. Pitch back, that is going to be Contreras. He's going to fall on it there. Going to be a loss of about 7 on the play.
You know, Jimbo, I think he could have picked that ball up, but I like that he said, you know what, we're going to live to fight another day right here. We're not going to do anything crazy. It's a big game. It's a big time.
Absolutely.
You know, and yeah, we did lose. It is back to 3rd and 7, but it is 3rd and 7. Ball resting at their 38-yard line. So let's be smart about it.
That looks like something you and I talk about a lot when we coach basketball together. A before B. Catch it before you take off and run with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got to do A before B.
But I think X might have had some big eyes because I think there was some room out there.
Jimbo, there was a hole there that I might have been able to sneak through.
That ball, we got a hole in the middle. And Mason Martinez is not able to get there. Looked like Mason might have got bumped early.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of contact, but probably not enough for the flag to be thrown. You know, that's always the wishful thinking for when you're the home crowd. Now, big call for Coach Gomez and Coach Eads right here. The ball is resting at the 38-yard line. 4th down, 7 to go. What are we looking at doing? It looks like we got the offense on the field. They're talking about what play they want to run. They're really working in there. I'm gonna go for a timeout coming up here, Jimbo.
I think
this
you're right.
is a big time for a big play.
10 seconds left, and I think that's what Coach Gomez is going to do. Warhorses are going to call the timeout here. 9 minutes, 12 seconds left here in the second quarter. Warhorses lead 14-7. We'll be back here in a moment.
It's so hot.
Try wearing this number for over 100 years.
Ah!
I'm getting the vapors. You should call the AC guys.
Okay, but which ones?
The AC guys.
Which ones?
The AC
guys. The AC Guys are proud supporters of your Devine Warhorses and Arabians athletic teams and are a local family-owned business that caters to all your residential and light commercial needs.
Who are you gonna call?
The AC Guys!
Hey, no, do it! Better do it!
Former Arabian MA2 Lillian Stricker of the United States Navy, now stationed in Sasebo, Japan, is a proud supporter of Warhorse and Arabian athletics.
In the middle of.
All right, we're back here at not at Warhorse Stadium, beautiful Berry Field, as it says across the way on the press box there. I actually can read that this year. There's been years in the past where it's been hard to read.
Yeah.
Guess the prescription glasses are doing pretty good here. Progressive lenses, as Coach Thompson would say.
Big call for the Warhorses. Timeout worthy. Brings up 4th and 8. That long 8 from the 38.
Hack in the gun. Warhorses are going to look to throw. Hack's
He's got him. He's got
Ethan Santos.
Touchdown Warhorses.
Warhorses.
We won.
Ethan Santos.
Jimbo,
touchdown.
That's a 3 spot.
Number 3. Perfect ball by senior Brady Hackabill.
That ball was a dime, baby.
I'll tell you what, dropping that one out of the air right into Ethan's hands in stride. Touchdown Warhorses.
I'll tell you what, a little story. I was going to tell you this earlier, but I didn't want to put the jinx on, didn't want to put the kibosh on it. But I have Ethan first period.
Okay.
And go figure, one of these kids need to charge their phone.
Dubose' kick is up, and it is good. 21-7 Horses.
Anyway, go figure a student needing to charge his phone. And I'm like, come on, Ethan.
Especially first period, right?
8 in the morning.
Yeah.
My gosh, man. So he said, Coach, you got a charger. And I said, I had the cord right here, Ethan, but it's going to cost you. It's what's going to cost me, Coach. And I said, how about 3 touches? He said, you got it, Coach.
Well, that young man definitely made good on that.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to let him borrow that thing every Friday if he keeps doing this.
I tell you what, there have been some spectacular games by running backs from the Devine Warhorses in this stadium.
Absolutely.
Ethan Santos is having him a night so far.
And Jimbo, Ethan Santos is a sophomore.
Yes, he is.
Having himself a night in this house.
Absolutely.
Now, we talked about this in the pregame where you got to watch out because it could easily go.
That's exactly right.
You can't rest on your laurels.
Absolutely not. There's no time to, you can exhale for just a bit, but that is about it. So we are awaiting the kickoff here. Looks like Friesenhan will be on to be doing the honors for the Warhorses. This is going to be another short kick. That's going to hit the ground as well. Ball is loose, finally picked up by the Owls. That is number 6, Anthony Guerra, and he is going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. And that's where the Hondo Owls will take over. We are making the transition here. We are fixing to be joined by our congressman for District 23, Congressman Tony Gonzalez. Tony, we appreciate you joining us tonight. Hold on, let me get your microphone turned up here. All right, can you hear us?
I can, man. Thanks for having me.
Hey, absolutely. It is our pleasure. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Got out on the field, a little coin toss action, got out in the end zone.
Did you
got
see
to
that
recognize
coin toss? Yes, I got a little bit in there.
Wonderful form. All right, here we go, folks. We'll talk to Congressman Gonzalez as the game goes on here. And Congressman, if you feel like jumping in there, by all means do it. Handoff up the middle there. That's Carson Winchester. Gain of 4 on the play.
You know, it looked like we were going to have a back-and-forth game, right? That kind of couple scores early on, but it looks like the Warhorses has locked things down.
I tell you what, it is a rivalry game here in South Texas, and I think people will be surprised. No, you know that because you actually went to Devine schools for a little bit, didn't you?
I sure did. No, that's why I love coming out to this area because there's nothing like it. I mean, you feel the energy kind of out here. Everyone's excited. Big district game.
And this is going to be a keep.
Quarterback
That's going to be actually Winchester out of the Wildcat there. He's going to have first down yardage. I'll tell you what, the Warhorses almost stripped that one away from him.
That he did. That was a hack bringing him down, or he had a chance to make a big play right there. And, you said the Warhorses are in control right here, but anything can happen in this rivalry.
Look, that number 20, he's a big-time high school player. But he had almost 300 yards the other day, and the fact that they've the Warhorses have kept him under control says a lot about where things are on the defensive end.
Absolutely.
First and 10 here, ball at the 46. Motion this time, Zach Halig. This is going to be handoff Carson Winchester. Ball came loose for a minute. He regained it, got down into Warhorse territory down to the 49.
Hey, just to Congressman's point right there, hard, tough yards right there by Winchester. He is tough to bring down, even when he's fumbling with the ball.
But he's had to earn every yard. I mean, you can tell the Warhorses, they're trying to strip the ball. They're out here flying around. It's just a lot of energy out here tonight.
The energy and excitement is wonderful in this high school football, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you're from South Texas or if you're from Texas, there's nothing better than a Friday night under the lights like this, is it?
You're exactly right. Look, in Washington, there's a lot going on. This is like a shot in the arm for me. It's come out to a nice football game, a lot of rivalry game, nothing like it. Get kind of recharge your batteries.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Recharge your batteries. Get you a little shot of adrenaline. Probably a lot to be handled up there in Washington, but
but I got to keep up with the latest news too. And I saw a little Facebook post earlier today. They look like they got the juices flowing in this rivalry a little bit.
Yeah, that does happen.
It's going to be English up the middle. Nothing doing there. Warhorse is trying to get him to the ground, although Owls trying to push him. Gets down to the 45-yard line. I think we might see the Owls go for this one here, Schmitty.
I think you will.
Congressman Gonzalez, sorry.
They almost have to, Jimbo, 21-7. And with that great run, the way he finished that run, brings up the 4th and 3. So, yeah, I'm thinking you're going to see it.
Now he's running hard on that other side. I mean, they're putting it all on the field tonight, and
they are
fun to watch.
It is. It's we are not professionals at this. Basketball coaches by nature.
Are you sure?
But it's great to get out here and get to talk about the kids and be excited for them. And
this is going to be Winchester in the Wildcat here. He's going to keep it upfield, and he's going to be hit at the line to gain. Looks like forward progress is going to be a first down, though, for the Owls.
I think that's going to get it. It looked like Gabe Esco made contact with him, and then, 74.
That is going to be Zach Martinez. Yeah, just moved up for this week.
Just moved up. There's a couple of numbers out there that are like, wait a minute.
well, and the print's not quite large enough for us. We got to hold it way out there.
Exactly.
Well, Congressman Gonzalez, we appreciate you stopping by. We don't want to be real political here, but if you want, what are some of the challenges you see for the district here, Texas 23rd?
The top of the list is the border. I represent 42% of the southern border, and everywhere I go, everybody's life has been impacted by what's happening on the border in some form or fashion. That's one. Two is just, there's a lot of vacancies. Look at that throw.
Oh, my goodness. Incomplete.
Drop it.
That was a deep ball thrown down to
Martavius Patterson.
And he came back for the ball and just was in and out of his hands. Ethan Santos out there on coverage. That was kind of an anybody's ball, whichever kid came back first.
That's it.
Kind of got hung up in the wind there, and Patterson made a good job coming back to it, just couldn't control it. To speak to the border, we were down in Carrizo Springs last week.
Yeah.
And on the way home between Carrizo and Asherton, 15 miles, we saw 7-8 DPS
Isn't that crazy?
troopers.
It's absolutely crazy.
Absolutely.
No, I was in Del Rio a few weeks ago as the first member of Congress there when it was all kind of bubbling up, and I'd never seen anything like that. Oh, another drop ball.
Incomplete pass there, as that one was intended for Jacob Bailey.
And it is. This is unprecedented times with the stuff that you're seeing down there. And it's got to be keeping y'all hopping.
It does. And look, immigration and border security, not a new topic for many of us that live and work along the border, but it's never been like this. I mean, This is as bad as it's ever been. And sadly, things are just getting worse. Some good news is the Biden administration is going to keep in the Remain in Mexico policy. They're going to enforce that next month. So hopefully we can maybe start to see some of this lighten up a little bit.
Maybe tone down just a little bit. And
English is going to keep here trying to get outside. And that is a good job by the Warhorse. He just got to wrap up. English stays on his feet.
Three Warhorses had shots at him to stop him behind the line of scrimmage or at the line of scrimmage, and did not wrap up, as Coach Sessions said, and that is going to move the sticks. They're going to go quick. Warhorses are not in position.
Look, we're going to have a flag here. Looks like the Warhorses coaching staff was trying to call a timeout as the Owls had 4th and 1 and were fixing to go quick.
And Warhorses were running people on and off the field. It's interesting. There is a flag on the play. It's going to be interesting to see because you're right. They were trying to get a timeout call.
Absolutely.
It looked that way.
Absolutely. Well, obviously, border security, that's topic number one. What else is on your agenda here?
You know what? Just getting people back to work. And, there's a lot of vacancies out there. And just getting us back to some sense of normalcy.
Sure.
Once people start getting paid more to stay at home than to work, it just changes the way America thinks and operates. And that's the most dangerous thing. It's just kind of us getting back to work and filling some of these vacancies and getting back to that dignity of work.
The old American work ethic.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's see. False start is going to be called on the Owls here. So instead of 4th and 1, they're going to get backed up here. It'll be 4th and 6.
Boy, that's a big call for the Owls as they had a chance to go quick. Warhorses were out of system. But that's the volleyball term for you, Coach Jay.
Yeah, we do a little bit of everything. We do volleyball games, football games.
Well, you got to get me out to a ladies volleyball or a basketball game or something like that.
I'll tell you what, you're more than welcome to stop by any of our basketball games, and we appreciate you coming by. I know you're good friends with Nurse Amy, one of our middle school nurse, Amy Hernandez.
Yep.
Now I have to question how much she paid you for you to be able to say she's the best.
She is the best. We grew up together, and it's something when you run into a childhood friend, years later.
Absolutely.
It's just something very special about that. But no, I'd love to visit. Basketball, I love football. Basketball is another sport that's just one of my favorites.
All right, here we go. 4th down and 6. English is going to look to throw. Flag down on the play. Winchester has the catch inside the 30. Let's see what the penalty is, though, Schmitty.
He has the first down, but we do have a flag over there.
I just saw the indication it's going to be offside against the Warhorses, so play will stand there. Yeah, when I found out when your office had called and said you'd stop by, I text Nurse Amy or Amy Hernandez. And I was like, hey.
What am I going to get?
I was like, she's like, he's a good guy, man. He's going to talk great about me. And I was like, all right, you must know where some of the bodies are or something.
Exactly.
Huh? Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. It's fun to be out here. Just the energy. Look, 4 minutes to go before halftime. And you tell the boys are putting everything on the field on both sides,
Absolutely. That halftime break is going to be much needed.
Yeah, it is.
Get some hydration and some rest for these young fellas. All right, here we go. Trips to the left side. English going to hand off. That's Carson Winchester. He's going to carry a load up to the 22-yard line. Gain of about 4 there. Hey, Congressman, if you don't mind me asking, you mentioned you went to school in Devine for a little bit.
I did.
Kind of had a tough childhood.
I did.
And ended up going into San Antonio to high school.
Yes.
Didn't finish high school.
I didn't, no.
But knew that education was important.
That's right.
And then went into the military, served our country.
Yes.
Made a nice career out of it.
Yes. Look, when I lived in Devine with my grandparents, we lived off of East Hondo Street, very humble beginnings.
Sure.
And that never has gone away from me. And look, big part of it is me being out here tonight. And I represent 119 cities, but it's something special about coming back to the area that you can't forget where you came from. And the other thing, too, is I joined the Navy without a high school diploma, but I got my diploma while I was in service and go on and get all these degrees. But that's the point to America, man. America is, it doesn't matter where you start in life, a big city, small town. You can do and be anything if you just work hard, stay out of trouble, stay focused. And that's the message I try to share everywhere I go.
Well, I wanted to bring that up. Just, we have a lot of the kids come back and listen to our broadcast over the weekend.
Yeah.
Hey, you went to school in Devine High School.
I sure did.
They're going to school in Devine High School. Hey, there's no ceiling on where you can go.
No, you can literally do and be absolutely anything, whatever that is, dream it, but you got to work hard. And a lot of it starts in sports. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you to be humble. It teaches you to be hungry, like all of it, So whether it's football or whether it's, basketball, volleyball, cross country, or one of the other sports, it's I think it's something very special about that.
That's a great message for our kids to hear. And, there's so many of those kids that need to hear that, you don't necessarily have to do it the traditional way.
No, you don't.
There's more than one avenue to reach your goals in life.
That's exactly right.
Another big stop by the Warhorses.
Winchester with the carry there. Another loss, 3rd and long coming for the Owls.
That's Gabe Esquivel and Mason Martinez with big stops for losses. Brings up 3rd and a long, what's that, Jimbo, 15 maybe?
No, it's pretty tough to see here, but I think the message
16.
or 16,
yeah.
I like it. I love the message, the service to your country.
Yes.
Come back, run for Congress, win the congressional seat, and here you are serving the people of South Texas. We definitely appreciate that.
We certainly appreciate you, and we appreciate you coming out here and
of course,
and being a part and letting everybody see that just because you are successful and you go off to Washington, you're still just
I'll always
the South
be
Texas
Tony.
boy.
Man, I'll always be Tony Gonzalez, right?
Pressure coming as English tries to roll. He's going to throw that away. That's going to bring up a 4th and long for the Owls.
What a great job by Jared Fernandez, just continuing to pressure the quarterback all the way until he had to throw it out of bounds. Brings up 4th and huge. Big play with 1:02 to go.
Absolutely.
Gentlemen.
Well, that's one of the nicest things I've been called, but I think it's because you're here with us, Congressman.
Well, Jimbo,
I've certainly been called worse.
As have we. As have we.
You got to have thick skin in politics, man.
I tell you what, you have to have thick skin sometimes in the coaching profession as well.
Bet.
I was just going to say, there's some similarities in the name-calling aspect of the coach's job and the congressman's job.
I'm sure.
All right, big play here, 4th down. Looks like the clock is down to 0 here. We'll see if it got reset. Nope, timeout for the Owls.
I believe they called a timeout on the far side.
This perfect timing gives us a little bit of time to get to talk to you. I was trying to do a little bit of research yesterday when I found out you were going to stop by. And, would you like a sausage wrap? We want to make sure we treat you like you're
I'm taking that to
go. You're more than welcome. Look, here's another one if some of your staff needs one as well.
Go.
But Coach Schmidt and I were talking about this. Rivalry game tonight. We don't like a lot of the people across the way. They don't like a lot of the people here.
Sure.
But tomorrow morning we're going to be drinking coffee. We're going to be going to work with people. Political scene right now is kind of that same way. Red versus the blue, et cetera, et cetera. What are your thoughts on that?
No, my thoughts are we need to get back. Look, you can be firm in your principles and who you are, and you absolutely need to fight for absolutely everything that you're doing. I think that's critical, but you don't have to be nasty. You can be respectful for one another. I'll give you an example. Before my family moved, my grandparents moved to Devine, we lived in Camp Wood.
Okay.
Small little town, 1A school. Well, guess what? Also, little known fact, another congressman is from Camp Wood as well. Henry Cuellar.
Oh, wow.
Also grew up in Camp Wood. He's on the
Okay.
other side of the aisle. And guess what? Henry and I are going to be in Camp Wood tomorrow. I'm going to bring my boys out there. We're going to spend the afternoon together. I think you can get back to being civil with one another. You can be on other ends of the debate all day long. You don't have to cave or anything like that. But we got to get back to just being civil with one another.
Absolutely. We got to agree to disagree.
That's
and,
it.
And just to get the open communication again.
Of course. Exactly right.
All right, big fourth down play here. English is going to look to throw. He's got a while. He's going to throw it deep into the corner of the end zone.
That
might be a flag.
That is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that's it.
I was thinking the same thing. It's hard to tell in that far
No, it
corner.
is,
It looks like it could have been. That's going to be a big stop for the Warhorse defense. 54 seconds to go. And do we have that big drive in us, Jimbo?
Well, you know,
Congressman,
remember the Warhorse. Sorry, Congressman, but remember the Warhorses will be getting the ball in the second half. So I wouldn't be surprised to see kind of a conservative play caller here. If you get the big play, great. I don't know that we're going to go out looking for it here.
That's the truth. But I like what you're saying. You know, that's a great example of you two coming together.
Yeah.
And you know, let's show America that we can all get along.
That's right. We're not going to talk politics while we're out there. You know, it's about kind of just getting to know each other a little bit more, spending time. And what about this? Small little town like Camp Wood has 2 members of Congress that grew up there at some point in their lives.
That's the American success story, really.
Exactly.
I mean, absolutely. You couldn't draw it up on paper any better as far as it doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what your background is. If you work hard, you can achieve your goals. But
that's it.
You got to get out there and work for it.
You got to go out and work for it. Nothing's going to fall in your lap, right? Yeah, nothing is just gonna get there on its own. You got to go out. You know, I learned a long time ago, the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Absolutely.
Right?
I used to tell my golfers that all the time.
There you go.
By the way, not only do we broadcast everything, we coach everything too, it seems like. Yeah.
Good.
You know, we had homecoming a couple of weeks ago, and a classmate, she was actually a year above me, and I graduated from Devine. Coach Schmidt and I both did.
Sure.
But she had gone off, went into the Army, served her country, came back. She's acting now. She's an actress.
Well, unbelievable.
Been on several, been in several movies. Nothing major, but you know, IMDb credited and stuff.
Yep.
She came by, spoke to the kids, kind of the same message, like, hey, you can do whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
No, that's exactly right.
I mean, you could grow up to be the big YouTube commentator of the Warhorse football game if you want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at you, man. I'm sure the pay is amazing too.
Oh,
absolutely.
You know it. You know it.
Hey, that's a great segue. Let's talk about teacher pay now.
Yes.
Exactly right.
Nothing gained on first down for the Warhorses. Maybe a yard brings up 2nd and 15 as the clock ticks under 20 seconds to go here in the first half. The Warhorses are going to keep it a little conservative. Yep. Nice run by Gabe Escabel.
It really is. I think that's going to do it. I think the Warhorses are going to be content to take the 21-7 lead into the half here, Schmitty and Congressman Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I like it. Great half for the Warhorses.
Good first half. All right, gentlemen, I appreciate y'all spending some time with me today, and you got to bring me out for another game, maybe over in Devine, maybe something indoors.
We'll get you to a basketball game. That'd be great.
That is for sure. Hey, be sure to grab your sausage wraps here to go.
That's not going anywhere. These are going in my belly a little bit.
Congressman, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Absolute pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Best wishes.
Thank you, sir. Nice meeting you.
You bet. All right, folks, it's halftime here. Warhorses lead this one 21-7. We're going to step away real fast. We'll be back here in a little bit.
Looking for accessories for your truck or automobile? Stop by Alamo Truck Accessories. They carry a wide variety of products including side steps, spray and bed liners, bumpers, lift kits, and more. Talk to Colby at 210-602-2730 or stop by 200 Dixon Drive in Devine. Alamo Truck Accessories.
Morales Realty is proud to be a sponsor for Warhorse and Arabian Athletics this year. We have and will always support our local student athletes. Morales Realty has been serving Devine and the surrounding area with real estate services for over 24 years, offering buyer and seller representation on purchases in residential, commercial, and farm and ranch properties. We also offer property management services. Broker Cindy Langley Morales, a graduate of Devine High School, and staff offers a combined experience of over 70 years in real estate. Morales Realty, where experience matters.
Hungry? If so, stop by RJ's. a family-owned and operated business since 2019 where all food is made to order. RJ's proudly supports the Warhorses, Arabians, Colts, and Phillies. Open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7. Stop by at 205 State Highway 132 North in Devine or call 830-521-9967. RJ's, stay hungry, my friends.
A Bushel and a Peck is a Christian-based gift shop offering a variety of unique, affordable Christian faith-based inspirational items like jewelry, home decor, clothing, and candles, with a large section of Bibles and books. They are located on 516 North Teal and open from Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 6. Find them on Facebook or call at 830-663-8144. A Bushel and a Peck. Gifts from the heart.
I'm Christy Parker. I'm here downtown Devine, Texas, of my hometown, where I moved my family back in 2018. As broker-owner of Texas Sold, I'm a member of the San Antonio and Victoria MLS. I was 2017 Rising Star Real Estate Agent in Texas, featured in Texas Monthly. I was a top producer in 2019, featured in San Antonio Top Producer Magazine, July of 2020. Now nominated and recognized as a top negotiator, this is not just my job, this is my passion. My clients say, by the end of a transaction, I'm not just their broker, I'm family.
We're excited to announce that Security Bank is now American Momentum Bank, and our partnership with Devine Independent School District continues. While our name has changed, you can still count on our expert bankers' personalized attention and expanded portfolio of products and services specifically designed to help you build your financial momentum. We invite you to visit our Devine Banking Center at 100 East Hondo Avenue and meet our team of bankers who are ready to help you reach your financial goals. Banking on the strength of momentum, American Momentum Bank.
With the mission of continuing support for St. Joseph Catholic Church, along with the Devine community, we strive to find a way to lead men in being the faith leader in their home. Along with faith being the beginning of our mission, charity is our goal. We are able to provide scholarships to students, support the local food bank, and state charities. Knights of Columbus, Council 5192.
All right, we're back here, Berry Field. Warhorse up 21-7. Every now and then you can see the scoreboard camera. Every now and then you get someone's ear. Hey, yeah, it is what it is.
One of the best ears in South Texas, though. So,
yeah, and if you've got an ear, he'll definitely bend it. That's for sure. But man, great first half by the Warhorses. Obviously, wish we could have connected on the fourth down conversion down there. Been up 28-7. But if you go ask the Warhorse coaching staff, they're probably pretty excited right now.
I tell you what, and you know, the Warhorse defense has come up with some huge stops to keep, you know, the Owls from getting rolling, really.
Absolutely.
You know, they did get the one big screenplay, got out there, got out in front of us, but really an excellent job.
Great response.
All the way around.
Absolutely.
After getting hit in the mouth right off the bat, I love what I saw.
Absolutely. We are at halftime. It is the Warhorse Football Halftime Show. This is brought to you by Chaparral Ford. My apologies there. That's a major faux pas.
Whoopah.
Chaparral Ford bringing you the halftime show tonight. And big news here, obviously the game, but we've got the Warhorse Band taking the field, and they're prepping. This is the absolute last performance before their big day tomorrow.
And they're actually coming back here tomorrow, so what a great opportunity to get to do your last walkthrough in the venue.
Absolutely.
On the field that you're going to come compete at. 2:30 tomorrow, I believe, is what it is.
I believe so. It's the UIL Region 11 marching contest. This is the big contest for the band. They are excited about that.
It's an advancing year, is it not?
I think so. I have not talked to Mr. Miller lately. We've been a little busy, but I know the band is extremely excited about it. And we're going to give you some of the Warhorse Band performance here. I think we've got the microphone hooked up here.
And they're doing the announcement or the introductions right now as they introducing the band and the soloist that we have that performs during it, which is Mr. Schaefer.
Yes, sir, Brian Schaefer. Tell you what,
that young man does everything.
Yeah, we'll have some stats, we'll have some scores, we'll have some senior spotlights, lots in store here in this halftime show. But for now, enjoy the Warhorse Band. Microphone right there.
awesome.
All right, Schmitty. Great performance there by the mighty marching Warhorse Band. We want to wish them the best of luck tomorrow as they head into UIL marching contest.
Absolutely. Even heard some of the fans talking about how awesome that sounded.
Absolutely.
You know, kind of one of the drawbacks to our setup here is we do have a good vantage point, seeing the field and everything. However, when we put that shotgun mic out, we do pick up a lot of fan noise, and the fans all around us have been doing an awesome job. And you know,
yeah,
we hate to stifle their entertainment in any way, shape, or form. But
yeah, we get it. There's an ear in the way of the scoreboard cam half the time. But you know what? These fans, they're here to support the Warhorses.
That's exactly.
And you know what? We're going to let them hoop and holler and do what they do. It is a great atmosphere here at Berry Field.
It is, and it's getting a little cooler as the sun's gone down. It's just a beautiful night in football. Speaking of a night in football, how about a few scores from
absolutely
around the area? I tell you what, we're going to start with Cole and Lytle at halftime. Cole's up 15-7.
Okay.
Jordanton is up 12-6 over Randolph at halftime. Poteet up over Catula, 14-7. And let me see as I go forward here. Not in our normal area, so I don't have things written down. I tell you what, I got one that's going to interest some people out there. Second quarter score: Carrizo Springs 6, Bandera 0.
Yeah, I tell you what, that is definitely an interesting score there. Looks like we've got Somerset over Lavernia, 21-7.
Crystal City Pearsall, I don't have a score for as of yet. Not to interrupt you there, Smitty, but I have Pearsall 7, Crystal City 0. That came in from Joe Ortiz. Okay.
He's texting in some. 14-7 Crystal now over Pearsall.
Do you have a Pleasanton score?
Let's see. We also want to give a shout out to Joe Ortiz real fast. He was at cross country yesterday. Got to give a big shout out to the cross country, Warhorse and Arabian cross country teams, both district champions.
Absolutely. Oh, Pleasanton's on a bye this week. Yes, great big shout out to Hannah Thompson and her kids,
Coach Mark
boys and
Mangold.
girls. Got the win.
Absolutely. So girls finished, I think, something incredible like second, third, fifth, sixth, seventh.
Yes, they
for a total of 23 points. And then the boys were like, well, yeah, watch this. First, third, fourth, sixth, and seventh for a total of 22 points.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Isaiah Morin,
great
district
job.
champion. Yaya Rodriguez ended up second in the district for the girls. But a great representation by those kiddos.
And they're going to compete not this coming Monday, but Monday a week.
Absolutely.
So looking forward to that for them. Great job. And then next Wednesday, you kick it off.
Absolutely, yeah. We're I kept looking. I'm like, oh, we got a month. Oh, we got 2 weeks. Oh, I got 2 days.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we're fixing to get basketball rolling with about 16 kids in off season right now. Volleyball wrapping up.
They've playing Holy Cross tonight.
Holy Cross, an extremely successful season there as well. A lot of good things going on. We had wins at the 8th grade, junior high, or 8th grade, JV, and freshman levels in football last night.
Yep.
So a lot of good things going on here at Devine High School, Devine ISD. Wherever we are, yeah. We always like to celebrate that success, and one of the ways we do that this year is we do that with the State Farm Senior Spotlights. Mark Kidd went above and beyond, sponsored that for us. We've got 2 wonderful students, seniors tonight as our spotlight. Warhorse Senior Spotlight, Cannon Ramirez.
Can't wait to see that one.
Arabian Senior Spotlight, Kendall Mark. Both kids very active, great kids. Had them in class, have Kendall in basketball.
Yep.
Can't say enough good things about these guys. Except for maybe Cannon's dressing, the way he dresses sometimes.
I tell you what, if he gets a scoop and score, we'll let that all slide.
Absolutely.
Well, let's hear from him.
Let's do it. Let's go, and we'll do our Arabian Senior Spotlight first. This is going to be Kendall Mark.
Hello, my name is Kendall Mark, and I'm a member of the Arabian Cross Country team, and I've been selected tonight as the Senior Spotlight. Some of my nicknames are Country Ken and Kenny. At school, aside from participating in the Arabian Cross Country, I am active as a part of Student Council, FFA, SCCLA. I'm cheer captain, and I do basketball and track. Some of my interests and hobbies outside of school are I like to hang out with my friends and family. I like to go shoot with my dad and go shopping with my mom. My favorite show to binge watch is Vampire Diaries. My favorite thing to eat for lunch is Chinese food. Would you rather be a little late or way too early? I'd rather be way early because I'm a perfectionist and I gotta be early. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a dancer are you? I am a terrible dancer, so 1. And one word that best describes my life as a person is busy, because I'm going 24/7. And what is your best sports memory? Would probably be like yesterday we found out that we won district and we were going to regionals. So that's very exciting. And finally, after high school, I plan to go to college and become a NICU nurse practitioner. Thanks everyone for watching.
All right, we're back here. Senior Spotlight, Kendall Mark. One word to describe you, busy.
Yeah, that girl is busy. Cross-country runner.
Cheer captain.
Basketball player coming up.
Does track. NHS, student council. She was in the homecoming court.
Is she, I think she's a class officer?
I think so.
Senior class officer. And then all the stuff that the seniors have going on as it is, getting your cap and gown, getting your invitations, getting all that stuff out. So,
absolutely.
Yes, that young lady is busy.
Busy. Definitely wanted to recognize her as the Senior Spotlight.
Hey, you know what? Something else about her? As busy as she is, and as many irons as she has in the fire, she almost always has a smile on her face. Every day you see her at school, you almost always see her with a smile on her face.
That is very true. Very proud of all the things she's done. Hadn't run cross country since her freshman year, decided to come out this year and qualified as one of the members of the varsity team.
Going to regional. Fantastic job.
Yeah, so really happy for her. Enjoyed having her as the Senior Spotlight. Now, the next one, Warhorse Senior Spotlight, Cannonball Ramirez.
That's a kid that's pretty involved as well.
Yeah, I tell you what, this kid, great personality. Get him in class. He doesn't always talk. And he kept telling me, not going to do it. And he's like, I'm going to do the Hondo game. I'll do the Hondo game. I was like, all right. And dadgummit, he shows up in a tutu today.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, if he can tutu his way around the field like he's been doing, we're going to call that good.
Absolutely. Powder Puff Pep Rally, some of the boys participated. That would be the reason for the tutu. But we had to get that on there. Had to get a little long shot in on him.
Oh, absolutely.
Give him a little bit of grief. But, yeah, here's our Senior Spotlight for the Warhorses. This is Cannon Ramirez.
Hello, my name is Cannon Ramirez, and I'm number 50 for the Warhorse Football team. I've been selected for tonight's Senior Spotlight. My nickname is Cannonball. At school, aside from participating in football, I'm active part in the FFA and NHS. My interests and hobbies outside of school are hanging with my friends and making bank, like Brummage. What is your favorite show to binge watch? It'd definitely be The Outer Banks. What song best describes your life right now? It'd be Soldier Boy. Would you rather be late or way too early? I'd rather be late. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good a dancer are you? I'm for sure a 10. What is one word that best describes you as a person? It'd be funny. What is your best sports memory? Every win we get is a good memory. And finally, what do you plan to do after high school? Go to College Station and attend Texas A&M University.
All right, real quick, Pogue or Kook?
Definitely Pogue.
All right, Cannonball there with some really interesting answers there on his Senior Spotlight, but answers that I would expect from him. One word to describe you, funny.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. Said his plans or his activities outside of school, hanging out with the family and friends, making bank, had to give a shout out to Brum. So, yeah, great kids. Couldn't be more happy to be able to spotlight them and all of our kids that we've been able to spotlight this year seniors.
Well, and so many that we're not going to get to.
Absolutely not. No, we haven't even gotten to band in team tennis and things like that, which we'd love to. Hey, all we need is for the Warhorses to make a long playoff run, and let's get more and more kids.
That's it. Yeah, 2 every week if we.
But before you can make a playoff run, you got to get through district. Got to get through the second half of this game.
And we got to get through the second half of this game right here.
Right now, 21-7 at halftime. Definitely like what you're seeing. Want to see more of that in the second half. Let's take a quick commercial break. Let's run some commercials. Come back. We'll have some first half stats.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds beautiful.
And then we'll probably be ready to get to the second half of this one. We appreciate everybody joining us tonight here on YouTube. This is Warhorse Football. Warhorses lead this one 21-7 at the half.
State Farm agent Mark Kidd is here to help life go right. Mark and his trusty staff can help you and your family with all of your insurance needs. From auto, home, health, and life insurance to banking products and financial planning, Mark and his staff are there to help. Stop by the office at 700 West Hondo in Devine or call 830-665-2807. Visit on the web at www.markkid.com. Mark Kidd and State Farm, here to help life go right.
Chaparral Ford is proud to be a sponsor of this year's Warhorse and Arabian Athletic Program. Chaparral Ford has been serving Devine and its citizens for over 35 years. For more information, visit the website at www.chaparralford.com or go to the Devine establishment located at 102 County Road 773. Chaparral Ford, the experience is worth the drive.
All right, we're back here at Berry Field. Warhorses on top at halftime, 21-7. And Schmitty, you got some first half stats for us?
I do. I have some stats here. I think I'm going to start with the Hondo stats. They have rushed the ball 18 times for 33 yards. They are 3 of 10 in the passing game for 84 yards, which comes up to a total of 117 yards on 28 plays and 6 first downs. That 117 total yards, Jimbo, that really speaks volumes for Coach Villa's defense and how they've really stepped up and held Hondo in check. Now, what adjustments is Hondo in there making right now? We talk about that. It's a game of adjustments. You know, what adjustments is Coach Villa making in there?
Absolutely.
To be able to come back. On the Devine side, for the Warhorses, in the passing game, we are 1 of 3 for 38 yards. We have 20 rushes for 154 yards. That's 192 total yards on 23 plays and 8 first downs. So, fairly similar numbers. Warhorses are on top of all the stats and, more importantly, on top on the scoreboard right now. And that's what we need to maintain as we go forward here in this all-important final stanza.
Yeah, there we go. We got the scoreboard cam without any ears in it right
now.
No
ears in it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but definitely halftime stats dominated by the Horses. Scoreboard also. So a lot of good things there.
Lots of good things going on. And you know, like I said, when you look at those stats and you look at what our defense has done, you look at some of the yards that Hondo and their offense has put up, you really get a sense of how good a job the defense is doing right there. But you can't rest on a half.
Absolutely.
And I know that's what they're hearing on the, in that locker room. You know, we've won part of the battle, but we have to go win the whole war.
Absolutely. Looks like the Warhorses are out ready to take the field here, and why wouldn't they be with 2 minutes left in the half? Hey, got the Hondo mini cheer out on the field doing some cheers, and that kind of got me thinking we give a shout out to the Broncos every week when they're playing, when Hank Say texts in. Shout out to all the volunteers, parents, organizers, Devine Youth Sports.
Absolutely.
That's where a lot of these kids get their start.
That is so true, Jimbo. They, these kids get a little taste of it. You know, you look around in the stands right here, and you see kids everywhere. You see them walking around in their little Broncos jerseys or their Devine jerseys. And, you know, you and I both graduated from Devine.
Yep.
You know, we were both in the stands as kids, and you just get that sense of that you want to be wearing the maroon and gold.
Absolutely.
Whether you're going to be a Warhorse or whether you're going to be an Arabian. And that's where it starts right there. And these parents and these volunteers are instilling that in the kids and getting them out here and getting them excited about being future Warhorses and future Arabians.
Yeah, and hey, while we're talking about future Warhorses, Arabians, got to give a shout out to my nephew, the Badger, Trey Sadler. He's got a big game tomorrow. I think they're playing for the championships. Yeah. Yeah, and, they're overcoming a lot of stuff, including the coaches, including their coaching there. So,
well, we know who the coach might be, so we're just going to leave it at that.
Absolutely. Hey,
absolutely.
So
that is such a great program that they have going in Devine, and it just, like you said, Jimbo, it pays dividends.
Absolutely.
For all of us as we get these kids coming in there and they have an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. We just got a heaven help that kid. Kaylee Ramirez will now Doherty, Cannon's older sister. She's like, I don't know. I can just see her shaking her head right now after that halftime interview. A lot of fun. Also, Jeff Weisenbaker texting in saying, I don't know if I can be the favorite halftime interview if we're going to bring congressmen in and have them interview. So, but, Jeff, that was actually during the game interview. You can still be our favorite halftime interview.
That's
How about
true.
that?
That's true.
Well, maybe not. I don't know.
We'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Toby Tomlin in here. Shout out to all the student trainers. His son, Toby, on the sideline for the Warhorses forever. He wants to give a shout out to student trainers. We mentioned Ruben Austin, head trainer. We're just getting everybody covered tonight.
I tell you, well, you know what? And they deserve it.
Absolutely.
We're in week 7, and we're going to leave people out, and it's not intentional.
No.
But there's so many moving parts to what goes into making all these things happen, from the central office and the superintendent and his staff, the bus barn and their staff getting the buses to get all these kiddos to all these competitions.
Absolutely.
To the office at the high school.
Oh, yeah.
Getting everything done, and then, on down to the teachers that help teach these kids every day. There's no way we could possibly thank everybody that we need to, bus drivers, custodians, food service workers. I mean, they all have a hand in making these kids what they are.
And how about this? 3:30 today, little rainstorm blows through Devine. You've got a lot of aides. You've got a lot of duty people out trying to get kids in cars in the rain on a Friday.
Yes.
So, yeah, they're cafeteria workers, people that feed the kids, custodians that clean up. So many things.
Nurses that are having their hands full these days with what's gone on in this last 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah, and apparently have some dirt on our congressman that came up to talk to us here.
Yeah, apparently so.
Since he talked well about Nurse Amy there.
But we're gonna have to look into that. He talked awfully nice about her. I don't.
I usually get to steal a bite to eat at halftime, and man, the congressman, I offered that sausage wrap, and he took it off my hands in a hurry, didn't he?
He did.
Oh, well.
He did. Of course, Jimbo, he took one look at us and said, I better have this. You boys don't need it.
That's absolutely true. So we're about ready here for the second half. Hey, another quick shout out to the Devine Uber, or at least my Uber this morning.
Absolutely.
Alyssa Gonzalez, again, thanks for the ride to school today. Because if you weren't have been there to give me the ride back, I just might have had to go into Viva Zapata and have me a taco or two and, just see where the day went.
I'd have just covered your class as long as you'd have brought something that,
Absolutely right.
Hey, Warhorses are lining up to receive, like you spoke of. What an opportunity for the Warhorses to take this opening drive and go make a statement to start out this second half. And that would really set the tone for a great second half for the Warhorses.
Absolutely.
If they could do something like that.
Absolutely. Keep the pressure on. Yeah, I mean, I would take the kickoff return here. I would take a 2-play drive. I would take a
20-play drive.
10-play, 85-yard drive.
So what you're telling me is you just want to see 7 points go up on that board for the Warhorses.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like my personal life where I'm really picky about some things. I'm not picky on this one at all. Hey, we just got a text in. Bob Favorado, former teacher that worked with us out in California now. He's watching.
We got a little kickoff. That's a little bit of pooch kick. That's going to fall in no man's land. The Horses better get on that ball.
They
picked
do.
Up by Hayden Dubose, and by the time he got there, he was gobbled up by Owls. That ball, Horses are going to end up with the ball down around a 15, 16-yard line. So not the best starting field position, but an interesting kickoff right there, Jimbo, where they kind of did a little Warhorse thing. They kicked it in that no man's land.
Yeah, kicked that one into the wind and kind of got caught up and died there. Warhorses did get to it, start at the 20. Remember, first drive of the game, Warhorse started at the 15, resulted in a touchdown, or the first drive for the Warhorses.
Correct.
There. So let's see what happens here.
Warhorse up to the line quick in a tight set. That's pitched back to, I'm pretty sure that was Esquivel.
I think it was. Gets out to the 25-yard line, gain of 5 on first down.
And we're back to that good math. I can do that 5s. I can do 5s.
Absolutely. Warhorse coaching staff will take 5 on first down.
Yeah, that's right.
Time.
I learned my 5s back in the day.
One more quick shout out. I'll get to it right after this play here. Here come the Warhorses. Pitch back right side. This is going to be Santos. And he is going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Maybe falls forward for one. I've got a text in here from Miss O, Christine Ozer, former sub here at Devine. and went to Devine High School. She has moved off to Lake Ozark, Missouri, and so she is able to finally tune in. Missing the kids and staff a ton. She wanted to see if we could give her a shout out. So Christine,
absolutely,
shout out here from the Warhorse broadcast crew.
Hey, we could use a sub. You want to come on back for a little while?
Tell you what, any chance you could drive a bus?
Warhorses are coming up with a 3rd and 4, big third down right here to keep this opening drive going for the Warhorses. Hack under center.
Hack under center. This is going to be motion. Tackle trap coming, and this is
nice
going to
cut.
be a first down. As that is a nice cut. Let's see, I believe that's Esquivel on the far side.
Yep, that's Gabe coming up again.
Tell you what, there was a lot of traffic there. Couldn't quite get the number of Gabe. Couldn't see the sock to figure out if it was Gabe or X.
I tell you what, I'm thinking Gabe's got the pink gloves on.
So I think Lorenzo's telling us we don't have the halftime, the cameras on here.
We didn't have the game clock put in there, but that was a great job by the Warhorses blocking on that tackle trap. That's a, trusty standby, and good job.
First and 10 for the Horses, ball at the 32-yard line. Pitch back, and this is going to be Gabe Esquivel, gain of maybe 1. There was a hole there early. Schmidt closed up pretty quick, though.
That's it. Jimbo, I think that's what we're doing. Gabe's got the pink gloves on and the pink towel. I was going to comment on this earlier. There's a lot of kids coming in. They came in late. A lot of them were at the volleyball game and stuff like that. A lot of pink. It's October.
Absolutely.
It's breast cancer awareness, and I like what the NFL's doing where it's all cancer awareness, because it's not just breast cancer anymore that we need to be thinking about. It's all of these out there, and, early detection is the key.
Absolutely. 2nd down and 9 here. This is going to be pitch back. This is going to be Gabe.
Come on, Gabe.
Come on, Gabe. He's at the 40. He's got a crease.
Come on, Gabe.
50-yard line, going to be run out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Big play on first down there for the Horses.
That was a big time run and some big time blocking by the Warhorses. Gabe hit that corner. He's off to the races.
Absolutely.
And, excellent job getting down into Owl territory and hopefully continuing this drive, Jimbo.
Absolutely. Go back to your thought real fast on the cancer. Hey, make sure we're getting those screenings. I'm at that age where I'm getting to the point where some of those screenings are coming up in my life. And, don't let COVID be an issue for not going.
Yeah, it can't be an excuse.
They say that the screenings are down due to COVID. So, make sure we're taking care of that. Handoff, this is Dubose up the middle. Not much doing. Look like the Horses trying to catch the Owls there, biting on the sweep.
And the Owls read their keys and stayed home, and there was just no place for Dubose to go. I think he got it back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. And Jimbo, you couldn't be more right with, don't let that be an excuse. Get out there and get it done. Get in there. It's important. There's too many people in all of our worlds
Absolutely.
that are affected by this in a negative way.
That disease does not discriminate against anyone. 2nd and 10 here for Warhorses. This is going to be Hack with the keep.
Bounce it off
Still
one.
Gets
outside.
30-yard line. Wah-wah-wee-wah. Brady Hack, touchdown, Warhorses.
Excellent job. He started left. There was nothing there. Bounced it off. Kind of looked and said, guess what, boys? I see freedom to the right.
Absolutely. Great patience by the senior Brady Hack there. Let some of the commotion in there clear out. Bounced it out. Took it to the house. And that's what we're talking about, Schmitty. Got the ball in the end zone on that opening drive.
Excellent job by the Warhorses. We got Hayden Dubose back to try to add on that all-important PAT. We know how big those things can be.
Good snap, good hold. Kick is no good. A little wide left there.
That's what I thought. I thought it was a little left. So,
that ball landed in the concession stand. I wonder when they get it, I wonder if they could bring me a sausage wrap.
I don't know, man. I'd take a nacho right now if they don't want to give us a sausage wrap.
Absolutely.
Look at the size of that bag of popcorn down there, Jimbo.
Oh, my goodness.
Good Lord.
Well, that would work, too. All right, we're going to step away as we've gone off track here. We'll be back here in a minute.
Brown Chevrolet proudly supports Warhorse and Arabian Athletics as this year's lead sponsor for DHS Broadcasting. Located just off I-35 in Devine, Brown Chevrolet is your stop for all things Chevrolet in South Texas. Can't find the vehicle you're looking for on the lot? Call the sales experts at Brown and let them find it for you. Serving the South Texas area for over 50 years, Brown Chevrolet knows how to provide our guests with an excellent car buying experience. Give us a call, 830-665-4435, or visit online at brownchevrolet.com.
MP Material Haulers is proud to be the septic tank service that their community trusts. You can call them at 210-289-5890 or find them online at www.septicsystemservicedivinetexas.com. MP Material Haulers, one-stop service for all of your septic needs.
All right, we're back here. Kick is going to be fielded by Carson Winchester. Ball looked like it came out. Looks like he held on to it. That is a nice job by the Warhorse special team there.
Wow, great tackle by Hayden Dubose on that. He almost yanked that ball out as he was pulling him down. Jimbo, Warhorses score, cheerleaders throw balls at us. Yancey Parsons just launched one up here at us.
I tell you what, and it split between us. We had a chance, and it went right off my fingertips. I'm so disappointed.
I know, but I want to give Yancey a shout out.
Yeah.
That was one heck of a throw.
That was a great job by the cheerleaders there. Hey, another shout out here, Leanne Runnels, my neighbor. She's watching. She went to visit her son at UT Tyler. Went to visit there. She's texting in, said she's watching. So shout out to her.
He might have a little different outlook on this game.
Handoff to Carson Winchester, trying to get to the sideline, and he's going to be run out of bounds on the far side.
That's going to be about a 7-yard gain, it looks like, for Winchester. When he turns the corner, Jimbo, he's got some wheels.
Yeah, he does. Looks like Nate Ramirez was trying to run him out of bounds there. Trying to get off a block there. A little suspect on the far side, but no laundry on the field, so we'll let it stand.
That's it. Brings up 2nd and 4. Ball right at the 40-yard line.
And handoff will be to Winchester.
Boy, what a
nice job there. No gain on the play.
Great job. Mason Martinez. Who was that? 56. That was Brandon Martinez. Yep. In there. Cannon Ramirez. Excellent job by the Horses front line, getting in there, making a stop.
Absolutely here. 3rd down and 4 for the Owls. Warhorses up 27-7 here. Just underway in the second half. Appreciate everybody tuning in and watching on this one on the old YouTubeage.
That's right. Looks like we're going to go into shotgun, Jimbo.
Shotgun. English be the quarterback. Winchester will be to his left, looking to throw. This ball is going to be in the air, overthrown. Thought Sammy might have a chance at the pick.
I tell you what, that ball was thrown quick out into the flats. Looks like Gabe got a hand on it, knocked it up in the air, and Sammy dove back. He was he was covering a little farther off.
Yeah.
Good attempt by Sammy. That's going to bring up 4th down, Jimbo. It looks like they're running the punt team on, but punting into the wind.
Yeah,
down 20 points.
You can see Coach Villa's yelling, "Be safe." Bob Campsey definitely be yelling, "Watch the fake here, boys."
What's Bob talking about right now?
Yeah, we everybody in the stands can hear Bob Campsey right now. Watch the fake, boys.
There's a snap.
Roll. English is going to punt this one again. This ball is going to be kicked out of bounds. Nice play, Mr. Anderson and company down there with a fair catch.
That's it. Jimbo, I think Cannonball Ramirez might have got a finger on that ball.
Hey.
Cannonball was over there putting some hands on it. I think he got a little hand on that and deflected it right up in the stands. Were one heck of a catch in the stands.
I tell you what, it was deflected off Steve Anderson, our assistant principal. Stevie Ray Monreal with the catch.
Stevie Ray,
former student of ours. She's here supporting her daughter Alana that's in the band. Nice play by Stevie Ray there in about the 3rd row. So,
do you think she plays guitar?
Different
Stevie Ray.
Yeah.
Different Stevie Ray. My bad.
All right, ball is at the 45-yard line for the Horses here.
That's it.
Hack is going to keep it up the middle there. Gain of about 3. And Warhorses will take that on 1st down.
Excellent job by Hack. Moving the pile up there. Gets the ball out to, what's that, Jimbo, the 47-yard line?
47. Looks like a gain of 2 there. You would think it's right in front of us here. I might be able to get that one. But hey, I've got something interesting to talk about here in just a second. Let's see what this play does. 2nd down and 8 for the Horses. 6:33 left here in the 3rd quarter. This is going to be Hack looking to throw. He's under pressure, and he's able to get away. He's going to throw it.
Look at this. Oh, my goodness.
Ball was, Hack's arm was tipped or hit while he threw it. That ball had a chance to go to both Xavier Contreras and
Marcus Rodriguez. Jimbo, how did Hack get away? That's a little Houdini action right there, because he was tackled, and then he got away, and then he was tackled again, and then he got away, and somehow he got it off. That could have been one of those huge plays we've been talking about where,
looks like a loss.
It wasn't a special teams play, but next thing you know, everybody's out of system.
Absolutely.
And you get that big play. It is, 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 here. Peyton Carr going to split wide to this side. 2 receivers going wide to the right. The Warhorses are going to call a timeout as the play clock was down. Let's take it with them, Schmitty, and when we come back, I'll talk about something that's going on here.
I'm Christy Parker. I'm here downtown Devine, Texas, of my hometown, where I moved my family back in 2018. As broker owner of Texas Sold, I'm a member of the San Antonio and Victoria MLS. I was 2017 Rising Star Real Estate Agent in Texas, featured in Texas Monthly. I was a top producer in 2019, featured in San Antonio Top Producer Magazine, July of 2020. Now nominated and recognized as a top negotiator, this is not just my job, this is my passion. My clients say, by the end of a transaction, I'm not just their broker, I'm family.
All right, we're back here. Timeout over with. Hey, real quick, Schmitty, before we get to this 3rd down play, got a text in from Christy Moore Parker. She is donating $500 for every home listed / sold this October for TX Sold clients. Right now, they're over $3,000 for cancer research.
That is outstanding, Jimbo. You can't do enough in that department, and we want to thank Christy for doing that. And what a great job making the community look so good, doing things like that. And that's the way our sponsors are. They just do such good things out there in the community.
Absolutely. Hack looking to throw. Pressure coming. He is going to be hit and dropped. Loss of 4 on the play. That is going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, bull rushed out right there, Jimbo. There was no place for Hack to go. He tried to step up in the pocket. Looked like he was going to be free there for a minute and be able to get the ball off. But just nothing doing. That's going to bring up 4th and 12. The Horses probably going to have to punt from here. That looks like Peyton Carr back there counting bodies and counting hash marks to make sure he's where he's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
Who do they have back there? Is that number 9?
I believe that is number 9 for the Owls. DJ Richter. Looks like the Owls are going to bring some pressure here, try to get to this one.
Well, that punting with the wind are the Horses. He punts it straight up in the air and gets it off, but they brought all kinds of grief. And you know what? We've seen it from the Hondo side. Now we've seen it from Devine. He's going to walk up. That ball's going to be spotted right at the 44-yard line. So did get into Hondo territory, but it's going to give him a short field, Jimbo.
Yeah, it is. It's good field position there for the Owls. But there were 10 Hondo Owls beating down on Peyton Carr on that kick.
He did an excellent job of getting that ball off because he could barely breathe back there.
Kind of like me walking up the stairs to the office, huh?
I'm going to tell you what, Jimbo, I punted for Devine back in the day, and I know exactly what it looks like when all those blue shirts are in your face.
Absolutely. Let's see if the Warhorse D could get a stop here. 5:25 left in the 3rd quarter. Warhorses up 20, 27-7. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in tonight on YouTube. I'm glad that each and every one of y'all have joined us here. Shotgun formation for the Owls. English is going to hand off. No, he's going to throw a little RPO action. That's number 7, Jacob Bailey.
Come on.
And it looks like Sammy Guardiola is going to bring him down at the 20-yard line.
That's a touchdown-saving tackle by Sammy Guardiola because if he can get one more step to the left, he gets out of Sammy's wingspan. Great job by the sophomore getting a hold of that jersey and bringing him down.
Go ahead.
But a big play.
I was going to say that RPO offense we talked about a little bit earlier in the game. Run, pass option. Looked like a handoff to Winchester. Pulled it, threw it to Richter.
Yeah, and the Warhorses have been selling out on that run.
Bailey, yeah, absolutely. So
kind of bit them right there a little bit.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. English in the gun. Fake to Winchester. Looking to throw. It's going to be pressured. Throwing it to Winchester. That is a touchdown on the wheel route there. Touchdown, Hondo Owls.
I tell you what, Winchester got that fake, and he just took off sprinting like he was running track out there, Jim.
Yeah, Ethan Santos saw it just a little bit late. Well-thrown ball by the quarterback, Caden English, for the Hondo Owl touchdown. So put the Owls on the board here in the second half, 27-13.
And like we said, it's going to be a dogfight to the end. Just because you had that lead does not mean that they are going to lay down. This Hondo team is going to fight back.
Renteria on to do the extra point here for the Owls. Good snap and hold. And that kick is going to be good. So 27-14, 4:35 left to go here in the third quarter. Warhorse is on top. We're going to be back here in a minute. This is Warhorse Football.
Royce Grain out of Hondo, Texas is your supplier of premium quality feeds, bagged and in bulk. Royce Grain provides corn, apple scent corn, protein pellets, specialty feed mixes, scratch, and wild bird seed. Call 210-844-4015 for ranch delivery, or stop by Morales Feed Store or WOG Supply in Devine. Royce Grain, premium quality feeds.
Security State Bank is a proud sponsor of this year's Warhorse Football broadcast. Security State Bank has served 7 locations around South Texas since 1925. Located in Pearsall, Pleasanton, Devine, Natalia, and now Cashville, Security State Bank's hours of business varies from location to location. Please visit our website, www.securitystbk.com, or call us at 830-663-2801 to check out a location nearest to you. Security State Bank, serving South Texas.
All right, we're back ready for the kickoff here. 27-14. Warhorse is leading this one. Hondo Owls scoring here. First score in the second half for the Owls. Watch out for the onside kick here, boys. Instead, it's going to be kind of pooched out, caught at the 18.
Rodriguez with
Marcus
the ball.
Rodriguez.
Oh,
He
nice
breaks the
job
tackle.
getting away.
Still on his feet, out past the 30-yard line. Looks like out to the 33. Good opening field position here for the Warhorses for this drive.
That's a great job by Marcus stepping up, fielding that ball, and then making something out of nothing because he got hit early after catching that ball, Jimbo.
Absolutely good job staying on his feet, getting some yards after contact.
Would that be those yak yards?
That would be the yak yards. So 4:24 left here. We were talking about it during the break. You can't exhale. You can't let your foot off the pedal here.
You've got to keep attacking. You've got to keep things going.
Warhorse is under center here. This is going to be handoff. Dubo's got a crease. He's out close to the 40, brought down at the 39-yard line.
Nice job. Pickup of about 7 on the play. Bring up 2nd and 2, and that's mo better than that 5, Jimbo.
Absolutely. The Schmitty clock runs here. 2nd down and 4 upcoming for the Warhorses. So, did we mention that it's just an absolute awesome night for football?
I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, I know we've said that too many times probably, but for those of y'all that didn't make it out, it's just wonderful out here tonight.
All right, here we go. 2nd down and 4 for the Horses. This is going to be Santos in motion. Handoff Dubo's.
Dubo's got another
first down
hole.
yardage. Out past the 45 to the 48-yard line. Move the chains for the Horses.
What a job by Dubo's on that run. Contact was made about 5 yards out in the field, and he took that Hondo player for a ride for another 5 yards.
Absolutely.
That's a pretty cool thing the Hondo student body's doing over there, where they got their
cell phones out with the lights on
and jamming to it over there.
Looks like the Warhorse student section getting in on the action as well.
They're doing it back. That's right. Warhorse is 1st and 10 from their 48-yard line. I like the way this drive is shaping up, Jimbo.
Hack keeper this time, and he is going to be brought down. That is a nice play by the Hondo Owls. No gain, and Hack was 1 man away. It looked like that was 63 for the Owls.
It was. Robert Gonzalez, once again, he got that big paw out there. We talked about him earlier. Reached out there and got a hold of Hack's jersey and just would not let him go. Hack coming up with a little bit gimpy after that, after he got swung down right there. The young man does not want to come out of the game, but it looks like they're sending the play in with Sammy Guardiola.
Yeah.
Hack's going to come over, and we're going to get to see Doc in action here.
Absolutely here. Sammy Guardiola, the sophomore, checks in for the Horses with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. And there's going to be a mishandled snap. Sammy's going to recover it there. But I was just thinking that how crucial is this snap with a new quarterback coming out?
Jimbo, that's absolutely. I was thinking the same thing. And We got you just, you know, he's taking snaps, but he's not taking all the first team reps, and it's just there's always a little bit of mesh difference. And Hack looks like he's okay, just trying to recover and, you know, get things back together. But that's going to bring up a big third down for the Horses. Play clock down under 10 as Sammy's just now getting in the huddle. They're going to rush up to the line, the Horses are.
Shotgun formation, a lot of motion here by the Warhorses. And looks like the Owls are going to call timeout.
Wow, that's huge,
And I tell you what, because the play clock was almost expired there, Schmitty.
That was huge right there. In a game where we have the lead and it's this close, to get them to waste one of their timeouts because they don't like our alignment.
Absolutely.
Is huge.
You know, you think about that Warhorse or that Hondo special that the Warhorses missed in the first quarter.
Correct.
Is that what's running through your mind with all the motion there? Hey, we don't have a tight end or someone covered. So timeout for the Owls. Hey, got a couple of shout outs in here. We've got Brenda Burford just texted in, said go Warhorses.
Boy, that's somebody you used to see at every game.
Absolutely.
Miss seeing Brenda out here. Hope her health is doing okay.
Absolutely.
But she is as big a Warhorse fan as there is.
Hey, and not only did you see Brenda at the games, you heard Brenda at the games in a good way.
In a good way.
Absolutely.
She cheered for the Horses probably as ardently. Is that the right word?
We'll go with it.
As anyone. And if you were ever in a gym, she did not mind telling the officials when they made a mistake.
Absolutely not.
God bless her, because it took the pressure off us, didn't it?
That is for sure. We also have Bob Favarato, former teacher here. He's texted in a couple of times.
Is he still out in Cali?
He is.
Bob, how you doing? We're missing you.
Absolutely. Voice of the Warhorses there for a little bit, PA announcer.
That's right. Did some football, did some baseball.
Absolutely.
I did a couple of games up there with Bob. Good job.
Hey, Coach Quentin Sanders in earlier. He said Devine versus them, as in Hondo. This is the game. And then he said good luck on our upcoming seasons here. He probably doesn't know the news of you moving over to the boys' side for some basketball there.
To be crazy.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Back in live action. Hack's going to throw it. Caught by Aiden Zapata.
Head down. Boy.
First down.
Big
I'll tell you what,
play.
Aiden sought that Hondo Owl right there, delivered the blow, drove through for a first down.
And you hit the nail on the head. Sought him out, went, found him, and that timeout gave Hack a chance to get back in the game.
Absolutely.
Huge turn of events for the Warhorses, and then Zapata with just an excellent job finishing the run for the Warhorses. Or I guess it was catch and run.
Absolutely. First down there. I've got a text in from Betty DeLeon Carlson. Betty said that they're watching, and she's like, hey, if we need a sponsor, give her a holler. They're watching at the Carlson 75 Ranch. Back to live action here, and whoo, that was close to breaking one
close.
there,
Hayden Dubose was just about to get outside and go. And I tell you what, the Carlsons are just wonderful people. All the stuff that they've done, that they do for the community and for the school and for the kids of this school with the Bust and Burn and the DJ Memorial, it's just unbelievable. And you talk about big fans. When DJ was playing and that group of kids was playing, you did not go to anything you did not see.
Absolutely.
Betty Carlson.
Jimbo,
that's going to do it for the third quarter.
We're through three here. Warhorses leading this one 27-14. Well, I was going to go to the scoreboard cam, but I forgot everybody stands up here. So, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here. Don't go anywhere, folks. This is Warhorse Football.
Apex Services Group, your elite service company. Apex is pleased to offer cargo tank inspections, internal cleaning, welding, and liner installations. Apex also provides hot shot and straight truck services throughout Texas and surrounding states. We believe in quality, ensuring equipment remains safe on the roadways. Please call Michael or Chris today, 844-427-3974.
All right, we're back here, Warhorse Stadium. I tell you what, Schmitty, I'm having a hard time keeping up with the broadcast stuff. I'm getting so many text messages coming in. We've got they're coming. They figured it out. They can text in on Facebook Messenger now. So we appreciate that. Let's see. Let me switch over to the Messenger app here. Clayton Morris, a classmate of mine, class of 92. He texted in, go Horses. Eddie Munoz, class of 1990. I said, you and Gary keep up the good work watching from Cedar Park. Go Horses. Those guys just celebrated a 31-year reunion, but they were down for that. And then, of course, we've got Betty there, Mace Martinez, along with many other people saying, hey, we got to get the guy down in front of the scoreboard cam. Also got a text in from Luis Ortiz from Florida saying, go Horses. Here's Hayden Dubo's right side's got a gap. He is trying to get outside. He's going to be tripped up there.
That's going to be a first
30-yard line. First down, though, for the Horses.
Jimbo got a big text in right here. Arabian Volleyball beats Holy Cross in 4. Huge win for the Arabians.
Oh, very nice.
In the game tonight, Macy Hine gets her 2,500th
assist. Career assist.
2,500 career assist for Macy Hines.
Absolutely.
And she's had big news all over the place.
Yeah, just verbally committed to go play at Texas A&M International for basketball. Have a signing coming up in sometime in November, I believe. Here's Hack. He's going to keep it, barreling forward. And it's going to take a host of Owls there, and Hack still moving forward. Gets down to about
Jimbo, I think
25.
that's got to be at the 25, doesn't it?
I think so.
So that's going to be a gain of about 3. Brings up 2nd and 3. And Horses with the methodical pound and 3 yards in a pile of dust type of mentality. But you know what? That clock keeps running while we're doing that, Jimbo. And if I'm not real smart, but if they don't have the ball, they don't get to score.
That's usually how it works, as long as you take care of it. And that is one thing that Hack had there, ball security. Both hands over that ball when he was running it in between the tackles.
Cheerleaders have moved up onto the decking of the thing. They got the fans rocking here, Jimbo.
They do, and so did the Ear of the South. He's standing right in my way now. So here we go. Tackle trap. Santos, little stutter.
Santos
got a gap.
Stutter step. Ethan
10-5.
Santos.
Touchdown. Whoa, Ethan Santos.
Oh, no. We got a flag down on the play.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's back in the holding zone.
And the white hat is not moving forward. So.
No, he is not, and I'm afraid that's going to come back. What a great stutter step by Ethan as he got out there and just set them up and then use that speed to blow by him. But looks like it's going to be all for naught.
Absolutely.
As all the Horses are walking back this way, and they're going to step off. That's a big one too, Jimbo. That's holding. That's going to be a big 10-yard on 2nd down. So that is going to bring up a long
2nd down for the Horses. It's going to be a 7-yard penalty, or they're going to mark off.
They marked
the penalty,
off 10, but
10-yard penalty, but
from
7.
The spot, so
2nd and 17 is what I'm trying to say here.
That's what we're trying to get to. Clock stopped on the penalty there, so that's not helping us either.
Yeah.
But a lot of momentum for the Horses right now. You know, the line is doing an excellent job. They're getting some great seals and opening up some excellent holes for the Horses.
Here goes Hack under center, little motion by Dubose.
Ball on the ground.
Hack's going to pick it up. He's got a gap, though, and that is going to be a gain of 2 or 3. And I tell you what, that's kind of making some lemonade out of some lemons right there.
That absolutely was. And I think if he'd have seen that hole just a little bit sooner, he had a big opening, closed up very quickly on him, but an excellent job by the senior. What composure to pick up that ball, find you a hole, and get positive yardage out of it.
Well, and that goes back to what we said earlier, ball security here, Schmitty.
Absolutely. A ball hit the ground. He was right there. Brings up a long 3rd and 14 with the ball resting at the 33-yard line. I got to believe, Jimbo, where we are, you probably got 2 downs to get this 14 yards, though.
I would think so, Schmitty. So let's see what the Warhorse coaching staff comes up with here. 9 minutes, 40 seconds. Hack under center. Hack's going to look to throw.
Oh, get it.
And he is going to be brought down, sacked back at the 40-yard line, and that might have taken us out of.
That might not be the goal for yardage anymore.
Absolutely. Takes you out of 4-down territory there.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and punt it. We're punting against the wind anyway. Let's go down, pin them down there deep, and then let's go play some good sound defense.
Absolutely here. Now,
you know a guy?
We've talked about this, Schmitty, ad nauseum. Rivalry games, special teams plays.
Yeah, how big is this punt right here that we get it off?
Absolutely.
Peyton Carr just needs to get this ball off his foot, and he does, and a beautiful punt.
Nice punt there. That ball is going to take a Warhorse roll, and it is going to go inside the 10-yard line. It'll be down by the Horses, at the 7-yard line.
That is a phenomenal. Looks like all the way to the 6.
Yeah,
Jimbo.
it does. It sure does.
Excellent job. Beautiful spiraling punt right down the center of the field, and then it takes that Warhorse release.
And that's into the wind, too, Schmitty.
And let me tell you, he was looking at a lot of blue jerseys once again when he got that ball off. It was not like it was a freebie that he kicked. All right, 8:43 to go. Warhorse is up by 2 scores.
Whew, got to take a breath here. Yeah, we had some people say, man, Peyton stands just like his dad, CW, out there. And he does. Uncanny. All right, here we go.
You saying that apple didn't fall far from the tree?
I think it fell right in the fork there. Trips to the right for Hondo. 1 receiver to the left. Winchester's in the backfield with number 10, English. English looking to throw. He's going to throw it deep down.
Come on, Sammy.
The sideline here, incomplete. That pass intended for Wade Caden. Great coverage there by Sammy Guardiola.
That was excellent cover by Sammy Guardiola. You know, the ball was thrown a little long, as y'all saw. And if that ball's thrown in the right spot, Sammy's got a great chance because he's got the inside position. So, fantastic job by the Horses.
Clock stops with 8:34 here. 2nd down and 10 from the 6-yard line. This is going to be a handoff coming up the middle. That's going to be Winchester out past the 10 to the 11.
Great solo tackle. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk on you, Jimbo.
Right.
Great solo tackle by Nate Ramirez right there. I mean, got his shoulder pads down lower than Winchester's, and that is something not a lot of people have done this year, is make that solo tackle on Winchester. He is a heck of a back.
Gain of 6 on the play. 3rd down and 4 here for the Owls. Trips again to the right, 1 receiver left. English looking to roll under pressure. Here comes the Warhorse. He's going to throw across the field. Incomplete.
Ethan Santos knocking that ball away. Great job. Ethan Santos is all over the field tonight, Jimbo.
Martavius Patterson, the intended receiver, and Ethan getting his hand in there to knock that one away, Schmitty.
I tell you what, Brandon Martinez, number 56, was super close to getting a sack right there.
Absolutely.
So that's going to bring up 4th and deep in your own territory. They're back to punt.
We've got people asking if I said what I said a while ago about you joining up with the boys this year. And it looks like you might be helping out a little bit.
Looks like I might be. I didn't know we were putting that out for the world, but I might be helping JV boys basketball this year.
Yeah. Shout out to Brittany Obaya texting in here. Sister Brienne, nice kick here by the Owls. Nobody back for the Warhorses.
Oh,
this
my
ball's
goodness,
going to
roll
down inside the 20. But the Warhorses are fine and content with that, getting the ball back. Hey, real quick, Sister Brienne Obaya Austin, Doc Austin's wife, text in, said, hey, brokerage engine, her company, let us know we're in. They want to help sponsor as well, so we appreciate that. So get her
fantastic.
some information. So,
and we can do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, and because you're related to Doc, we'll just charge you double. How does that sound?
We won't even go to triple. We'll just go double.
So lots of, I'm trying to get it to everybody. I'm sorry. Got the noodle. Nancy Martin texting in here. Great job, guys. Love you.
I think I see the daughter-in-law sitting in the stands tonight.
Hey.
I wonder if they got some visitors in from Wyoming.
They might. All right, here come the Horses, 1st and 10. This is going to be Hack. Right side's got the edge. He's going to put his shoulder down out past the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 9 right off the bat there.
And, Jimbo, how smart is that? Hack has a choice. He can run it out of bounds, or he can put his shoulder down, lay a little bit of lick, and keep the clock rolling. And he chooses, obviously, to lay the lick and keep the clock rolling. Heads-up play by a senior. Once again, he just can't stress his value to this team.
Absolutely. Great decision there. Keeps the clock running.
Coach Gomez out there holding up the stop sign saying, hang on. Okay, let's roll now.
Let's big of a hurry. 10 seconds on the play clock here. Warhorses break the huddle. Under 7 minutes here. Hack, quarterback keep, right up the gut. 1st down yardage as he gets out to the 30.
Jimbo, we are protecting that ball at all costs down here in our territory, which is exactly what we need to do.
Got parents of Brittany and Brienne, Anna and Albert. They're watching tonight. Appreciate that. Elijah Rieno, he's texting in. He said he's got to watch the Battle of the Creek here. Let's see, get back into Messenger here. Who else we got? Tammy Patterson Costlow. She is going to be the mother of Robert Stewart, class of 7, Dylan Montez, class of 15, number 32, Gavin Long, class of 18. She's watching the game tonight as well. Appreciate all the support there.
That was another parent you saw at every game.
Absolutely. Here comes Hack, right side. I think Coach Gomez is going with it ain't broke, don't fix it there. So
absolutely. If that young man can get you 5 yards to the pop, I think we might see a lot of Hack as the rest of this clock runs. And that is the all-important right there, Jimbo. That clock now has ticked under 6 minutes.
Absolutely.
At 5:50. And just been everything the horses could ask for the most part. But we aren't home yet.
That's exactly right. Stay focused. Continue securing the ball there. This little wildcat formation this time. This is going to be Xavier Contreras, left side.
Direct snap to X. Great job.
Out close to the 40. That's going to be close to moving the chains. I think it will, Schmitty.
He does. I see him waving. The line judge is waving to move him. Excellent job. You know what? What a great call by Coach Gomez and Coach Eads. Give Hack a little break. He's run the last 4 plays. You go in there, you got another senior that you trust handling the ball. Direct snap it to him. And that kid's got some wheels if he gets outside too. We've seen him take it a pretty good distance this year on occasion.
Absolutely. So, yeah, what was it, 99 maybe? Is
that I don't know.
Something like that.
Somewhere in that neighborhood.
Somewhere there. All right, under 5 here for the horses. 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes. Here comes handoff up the middle. That is going to be Marcus Rodriguez, fullback carry, gain of 2.
Excellent job by Marcus Rodriguez. Jimbo, I've not been the football coach, but at some point, Hondo's going to have to find a way to stop this and get some timeouts taken.
Absolutely.
Because that clock is down to 4.5 and ticking. They won't have to snap this ball till close to 4 minutes.
And the play clock just went out on the north end here.
Yeah, isn't that handy?
Oh, it came back on. All right, we're good. Hey, Sissy Livingston texting in. She said her mom, Tim, and her brother, Bobby, are at the house watching the game on the big projector. Appreciate them and watching tonight as well. Hack snaps it with 1 second. He's got
great job. He's got great
a gap here.
He's got the
40-yard line. 30.
Oh, look at him
20,
go. Look at him go. Look at him get that down.
Touchdown, horses. Wah.
Oh, what a run by Hack down the sideline. Holy cow. Who got that kid dancing lessons?
That's pretty good dancing for someone that said rates himself as a zero dancer right there. Tiptoeing down the sideline. Big play for the Warhorses, and Brady Hack taking it to the house.
Brady Hack still on the field. Looks like we're probably going to go for 2 here, Jimbo. At 33-14, 3:49 to go. What a fantastic play.
Yeah, last extra point unsuccessful for the Warhorses, trying to get this back up. Let's see, to a 20-point game.
This will be a 3-score game.
Yeah.
This goes in.
Going for 2, trying to get it back to 21, 3 scores.
Oh, he's got him
throw,
open.
has
He's got
a man
him open. Oh,
incomplete there. Pass was intended for either Mason Martinez or to Gabe Esquivel. Either way, incomplete. So Warhorses still, though, take the 33-14 lead.
What an excellent job by the Warhorse offense. What a great job play calling by Coach Gomez and Coach Eads.
Absolutely.
As the Warhorses extend their lead.
And Schmitty, this is what we talked about at the beginning of the year. This offense is designed to get 3-4 yards early in the game, but then it's designed to get 7-8 yards late in the game, or it's designed to have plays like that just bust it out, take it to the end zone. Hey, we're trying to catch a football over here?
I thought Yancey was going to try to get it up to us again, but she said no way. Uh-oh, here comes another one. Oh, I had that one.
Oh, my goodness.
God dang it, I had it. The dang guy's right down in front of me, tipped it out.
Good defense by Sadler and
Walter.
Rooney there. Yeah, Cameron
Sadler
Walter.
and Walter playing defense over
Looking
there.
like Ethan Santos out there playing defense, knocking it away from us.
I guess they said, we watched y'all catch last time. We ain't giving you a chance again.
We're not letting this one go out into the parking lot over there. Yes, our safety was definitely on your mind there. We appreciate it,
like it always is.
Yeah, a while ago you were trying to push us over.
Might try that again, too.
Hey, Schmitty, something I just thought about here. Remember how we talked about those tie-break situations?
Oh, that's
17 positive points is the max. So even though this game is really in Warhorse favor right now.
Fair catch called for.
Ball's
He dropped
loose.
it.
Ball's loose. Warhorse is
And Nathan Santos is on that ball.
Yeah, Warhorses definitely want to maintain a 17-point lead if they can.
Yes, so we talked about this at the start of the game. I don't know if at the start we said it to the crowd, but we talked about several years ago, we lost a game in Crystal City. We came over here and beat Hondo. Hondo goes down and beats Crystal City, and we win it on a positive point situation.
Absolutely.
And right now,
actually the positive points went against us in that scenario.
Oh, you're right. You're right. We did not win it.
We had the ball here and inside the 5-yard line, took a knee to just, hey, we don't want to fumble, we don't want to risk handoff or whatever.
And to be
points came back to
and we wanted to be the
there.
sportsman because
Absolutely.
it was. But we are in a situation right now where we've got the 17 points. We want to keep it.
Absolutely.
Because Hondo goes to Carrizo, and I'm going to tell you what, I need to get on there and look. That 6-0 score in Bandera could be huge right now.
Absolutely. I think there's discussion on the far side by the Hondo coaches that ball never traveled 10 yards, but it didn't have to because the kid tried to catch it.
Absolutely.
And he muffed the ball. Warhorses recovered it, so I'm pretty positive. 12-0 Carrizo Springs right now.
So Bandera's still in that game.
Hey, and Bandera going to Warhorse Stadium next week.
Correct.
So
well, there's a lot of work to do yet for a lot of teams. This Hondo team, this good Hondo team, travels to Carrizo, and then in the biggest twist of fate, that Carrizo team travels to their rival, Crystal, and that's a game where those teams can be 9-0 or 0-9, and you never know who's going to win because that's as big a rivalry as this is.
That's exactly right. 1st and 10 for the Horses here. Handoff. This is going to be Hayden
Dubose.
Dubose.
He's around the corner. Great
job. Stays in bound for the longest time. Did get knocked out of bounds. And Hayden pops up with his trademark Hayden Dubose roll back and jump up.
Dang near took the referee out right there. The referee's down there laughing like, woo, I didn't realize those feet were coming at me.
Absolutely. 2nd down and 4 coming for the Warhorses here. Hayden was marked out of bounds, so clock does stop here.
Stops 3:34. That's 2 huge kickoffs, 2 huge special teams play. Coach Taylor special teams plays.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 4 for the Horses. This is going to be Zapata on the tackle trap. Up the middle there. Gain of about 3.
Jimbo, how about Coach Gomez's confidence in handing the ball off to some kids like Aiden we saw early in the season, but we haven't seen him touch the ball lately, although he did have a big catch for a first down earlier. But sure-handed, tough running kid, finishes the runs hard. Hondo's had to call a timeout as he ran it right up the middle, kept the clock running down to 3:18. So Hondo's down to 1 timeout left.
Yep, got a text in here from Joey Urabazo. He said him and his wife Chelsea, their little future Warhorse colt and Arabian Landry, they're watching tonight. Go Warhorses. I've got Christian Arredondo, Dondo, as we called him back in the day. He's watching from Seastat College Station from the Dixie Chicken.
Oh,
gee, I wonder what he might be doing there.
I don't know. I've never been in that place, Jimbo.
Well,
I've never crossed the threshold of that establishment.
I understand. We got Richard Malone texting in. Great job, Jimbo and Gary. How about them horses? Got Bob Favorado saying that he wants to give a shout out to Dylan Montez. So Bob Fav wants to do that. He said is happy to see some of the younger coaches when he was here stepping into some new roles. And he is just super excited for the Warhorses right now, as are many, many people.
Good Lord. Your phone is just a blur with. I'll start texting. I appreciate it. That's okay. I'm good.
3rd down and 2 here for the Horses. This is going to be tackle trap coming right. Nate Ramirez hit as he gets the ball. Great job securing it there for Nate. That's going to be a loss on the play. Hondo's going to call their last time out.
That Hondo does call that last time out. 3:13 to go. That's going to bring up 4th and looks like 6 for the Warhorses. The ball is sitting at the Hondo 48.
How about this? We've got a text in. David Carlson texting in. He's saying that the Bust and Burn is looking to give a $500 scholarship to a possible MVP of the Hondo game. He said DJ's hero, Coach Paul Gomez, needs to make that decision. How about that?
What an awesome job by the Bust and Burn.
Greatest block I've ever seen was DJ Carlson.
I'll tell you what, DJ was a fun kid to be around at school.
He was something else to be around. He was great to have there at school, and that is fantastic that the MVP of this game has a chance to get a $500 scholarship. What a great job! Like we talked about earlier, they just do fantastic things. You know, for the community and for the students of Devine and the surrounding towns.
Absolutely. It's not hard to talk good about people when they're doing as many good things as they are. Got a text in real quick here from Roland Cadena, high school counselor. He says, got to hand it to us both. Great job. And he said, wally wally wee wah, which we'll take. So great atmosphere. He's enjoying the time watching as well. So we appreciate
fantastic.
that.
I just got a hi, buddy, to us from Miss Martin.
All right.
So the noodle is out there either watching somewhere in the land or talking. Warhorses look like they're lining up to go for it, Jimbo.
Yeah, 4th down and about 6 here. And they're going to go for it. Hack's going to keep it, sprint left, cuts back
come
right,
on, Hack, come on. Oh,
stays
my
on his feet. He's going to be short of the yard to gain. Looked like he ran into one of his own guys there.
He did, Jimbo, and I tell you what, if that lineman is not in his way, he's probably in the house again.
Absolutely.
Because once he passed the Warhorse lineman, there was nothing but green grass.
Absolutely.
But the wall is going to go over down. Looks like Hondo's going to take it over on their own 46, and George Villa's defense has got a chance to come up there and make another stop tonight. 3:09 to go. Hondo is out of timeouts. I bet you we see this ball go in the air.
I would think so. Hey, got to make a quick correction. Dondo's at the chicken with Matty Ice. So we can't leave out Matty Ice there, Matty Ornalis. So
that's right.
Appreciate you guys watching.
Hey, and Matty's dad's down here. He's one of the guys that ships us the stats. He and
Andy Zapata.
Andy Zapata. Yep. There's that pass we were talking about.
That ball is overthrown. It's high, intended for Martavius Patterson. Hey, Gavin Long just texted in. He said he's got the boys at Fort Campbell watching as well, watching this Warhorse Hondo Owl rivalry game.
That is a young man that's doing well since he's gone to do some time in the military, because I was talking to Dylan, his brother Dylan Montez, this summer, and he said Gavin is really doing well. It's great
That's
great to
awesome
hear.
to hear. Awesome
Glad to hear he's listening and got the boys watching.
Yeah, we appreciate it very much, Gavin. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 10. Motion coming by the Owls. Flag on the play. Afraid the Warhorses might have been offsides. This pass is down the field, and that is going to be caught. Nice catch there, Martavius Patterson at the 20-yard line.
He went up and got that ball. That was a heck. They're calling offsides against the Warhorses. That penalty will be declined. So big play by the Owls to move that ball down to the 20-yard line, spotted right on the 20.
Hey, got a quick shout out, BJ Rodriguez. He's kind of our cohort over in D'Hanis. He does the play-by-play stuff for the Cowboys and Cowgirls. He's texting in tonight saying he's watching from the Big D. That would be D'Hanis, not Dallas.
Well, and I'm telling you what, that's everybody around here kind of keeps an eye on this game.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got something going on. Maybe it's a timing error.
It looks like it. He's over there. He's talking to the looks like he's talking up to the press box. They had 2:40 on the clock. Now it's up to 2:46. That's an interesting adjustment.
Yep.
But I wasn't watching, so
see what the Warhorse defense
they are
can
rolling
do here.
The clock right there.
2:44.
So as it ticks on down, it's going to be drops
Here
back.
comes pressure on English. He's going to throw it up. He's got a man incomplete.
Now they threw a flag. Gabriel Esquivel ended up going down. Was that an offensive pass interference?
We'll see if it's OPI there, flag down at the 10-yard line.
Or are they going to call something on Gabe? He was the one that ended up on the ground. So officials are going to get together. Clock does stop with 2:34 to go as they get together and try to decide what's going on.
We've got, sorry, Schmitty, we've got the Shookies tuning in. Amanda Shook. Daughter Alexis is visiting from the Air Force. I think she's at Hill Air Force Base.
Saw her at the cross-country meet.
Yes, we did. Phil Montgomery checking in as well. Shannon Frazier Collins, Desta Wofford, and the whole Wofford clan, which that's a big clan.
I tell you what, I bet that's a heck of a watch party right there.
Yep. Dennis and Bertha and Andy Hass, they're watching.
The penalty is gonna go against the Warhorses, so that's gonna move the ball down to the 10-yard line, half the distance to the goal. 2:34 to go, 1st and 10, first and goal.
Coach Gomez waving the official over. I think he wants an explanation of what just happened.
I would want to know an explanation here too. Our guy ends up on the ground. How is that defensive pass interference?
I have no idea. I think that's what Gomez is asking right now. Hey, another text in here. BK Bates, she said she was working the volleyball games. Got home to be able to watch the rivalry here.
Fantastic. I tell you what, she's been part of many of these rivalries.
Absolutely. So I've only got 40-something text messages on my phone right now, Schmitty. Trying to get through as many of these as I can. Appreciate each and every one of y'all, and if I missed someone, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. We're just having way too good of a time.
I tell you what, it is fun. It's exciting. You know, when you're on the right side of that scoreboard, it makes it that much more fun, especially when you're here. That is something that is the truth.
All right, so as we were talking about points in play here, so Warhorse defense trying to keep the Owls out of the end zone. Here comes the pass. This is going to be thrown to Winchester. He is going to be
brought
down at the 9-yard line. Nice
Mason
job.
Martinez said, no, sir. Yeah. That is all you get.
And inbounds there, so the clock continues to run.
That keeps the clock running. Hondo's going to try to rush up there. Clock is down to 2:15.
Looks like Brandy Michael Sorrell texting in again. I saw Mikey at the donut place Sunday morning. And he was pleased with what all we're doing here, Schmidt. This ball thrown to the back of the end zone. Nobody there, yeah.
Receiver ran the wrong route. That ball was intended for number 7.
Jacob Bailey.
Jacob Bailey, and there was a big opening in the back corner of the end zone, but he chose to break the route to the inside. Quarterback saw what we saw up here, which was the open back corner, and threw it to no man's land. Clock's now under 2 minutes.
Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. Just got another text in. It is from PQ, Presley Quisenberry. Presley said, Herb, Bailey, and Bo are watching the game. Go Horses. Good to hear from you guys.
3rd and goal from the 8.
English is going to roll right. Looking to throw, throwing it back and across, and that ball is going to be caught by Carson Winchester for the touchdown. There is a flag on the play.
That is back in the holding area. Aiden Zapata tried to get up and get a hand. That ball went right over his hands, but I do believe the War's going to catch a break, as this looks like it's going to be a holding call.
I tell you what, if you don't believe us that there's a flag on the play, Schmitty, Lorenzo's got it zoomed in over there.
That is a flag on the field.
I think you can see what size shoe the number 56 is wearing there from Hondo. Great job by Lorenzo, as always. Not on his normal roving camera, but on the sideline camera for us.
That's an excellent job on whatever camera we get him on.
Absolutely. Let's see what the officials come up with here.
That's going to be holding.
Definitely a holding.
Boy, and that's a big 10-yard penalty that's going to move them back. So that's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 18, if I'm not mistaken, or somewhere in that neighborhood.
Absolutely there. So
3rd and goal from the 18. So one more chance for, or two more chances, I guess, for Coach Villa's defense to show their prowess tonight.
What is that, a 19-point lead for the Horses right now?
That, Jimbo, it's not 5s right now. I can't do the math.
I agree with you, Schmitty. All right, Winchester shifting around in the backfield there. English in the gun. He is going to fake. Pressure coming here.
Oh, my goodness.
English escapes. Pressure coming again.
Come on, Mason.
Mason misses him. He's going to throw. This ball is going to be caught short of the goal line, though. Nice job.
Great tackle by Gabriel Esquivel, keeping him from getting in. Almost sacked twice. Mason Martinez had a shot. So did Hayden Dubose. But that's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 4.
Jacob Bailey with the catch there for the Owls.
Minute 24, clock still ticking.
Motion coming, rolling left. Marcus Rodriguez coming after it. That is going to be thrown to the fullback, Andreas. He's going to be short.
He stopped him short. That's going to be called down at the 1. Warhorse Football.
Warhorse Football.
And Jimbo, it's funny, we're over here talking about them not getting in the end zone like they might win the game on that. But it's really all about the points differential.
Absolutely.
But that's how huge that points differential could be as we go forward in this.
Well, it's about that, and it's about the rivalry game here, Devine and Hondo. But big test for the Warhorse defense. Great response there. A minute 10 left here for the horses.
Now, this ball is inside the 1 yard line. So that line is going to need to fire off. They're going to have to open up Hack a hole because I pretty much guess it's going to be Hack.
Yeah, I think so. We've got Tanya Collins. She is texting in, watching in Tuscaloosa. Said, go horses. Appreciate that.
Great push by the Warhorse line. Going to get, maybe 2-3 yards right there? 2 for sure.
Absolutely. Clock continues to run. No timeouts for the Owls. So
it's down under a minute. So, if we play our cards right, my math is right, probably one more snap, Jimbo.
I'm thinking you've got that right. If we wait to snap this under 40 seconds.
It is. We got it. One more snap, Jimbo.
And speaking of one more, I've got one more text in. Leonard Pompa, Leonard, Sergio, and Jesus Hernandez. Leonard Pompa, Sergio, and Jesus Hernandez. They're tuned in and watching the game. And they are excited to see this Warhorse win.
And that is going to be the snap we were looking for, Jimbo. The clock is at 25. Hack breaks it all the way out to almost the 11-yard line on the quarterback sneak. That's going to do it. The horses are going to get the dub.
Big
Carrizo
win.
Spring is going to get the, 18 to nothing win over Bandera. So, going to be a big game when Hondo goes down there. But 18 to nothing against Carrizo. We've got to not have a hangover coming off of this big win and go do what we need to do.
Absolutely. We've got the Bandera Bulldogs coming to Warhorse Stadium on next Friday.
Crystal City has a 21-7 win over Pearsall. We have Crystal City. We have Pearsall as well. So
absolutely. Still a lot of football to be played. But the Warhorses did exactly what they needed to. They came to Berryfield. They leave with a huge win, 33-14 as the scoreboard goes off on us. But
how huge is that
absolutely.
Answer? Coach Gomez has been talking to me about, talking to these kids about, they're making them men and life is hard and sometimes you get knocked down and how do you respond?
Absolutely.
And these guys showed great character in their response tonight.
Absolutely. Things are not always going to go your way. How do you respond to that? Great life lesson. Great response here by the Warhorses. And, man, Schmitty, I've been waiting all week for this one. It lived up to the hype, especially as Warhorse fans. Big win. We'll see what the Warhorses can do this week as they get ready for the Bandera Bulldogs. We appreciate everybody for stopping by tonight on YouTube, watching the Devine Warhorses get the 33-14 win over the Hondo Owls. We will be back at it. We've got volleyball coming your way on Tuesday night. We have got the Arabians and Young Women's Leadership Academy. And we will have the Warhorses hosting the Bandera Bulldogs on Friday. We appreciate everybody that has tuned in. Join us tonight on YouTube. For Coach Gary Schmidt, I have been Coach Jim Sessions. It's been great to have y'all along with us tonight. We'll see you on the next one, folks. See you on the flip side.